What, you mean we're not lazing on a tropical island?
What? That's specifically why I joined for that.
You mean Bolt didn't run off with the wild wolves of Brazil?
I tried.
Okay, so an interesting start this time as we get some sort of heads up to what happened last session or could have happened. We're up to session number 92 or season 2 episode 54, and it is currently the first day of October of 2051 and it's a Sunday. At the table today we have Ross.
Yes, I play Wompt, who's recently recovered from his exciting journey to South America.
Well, technically he's had over 2 months off.
Yes, I've had 2 months of recovery from of seeing creatures of an unusual size.
He has, and that means that Womp has 6,300 extra credits to his name.
Woohoo! Which,
to go with the extraordinarily high fee they just got paid.
Yes, Womp has decided to learn how to drive and tinker with his new acquired vehicle because he thinks that I didn't buy a car
Or vehicle?
I bought my dirt vehicle.
They don't really sell much in the way of troll cars unless it's the equivalent of a smart car for one person, because of the fact that a troll driving a vehicle increases the vehicle one size category, and they don't really build cars that are one person wide.
Yeah, I can't really see myself in one of those little electric vehicles driving around.
No, it's the equivalent of what it would be if you were driving a car.
Mm.
There's anything bigger than that and it would be considered a truck, and completely different style of learning.
Yep. So
okay. So online today we have we'll start with Jeremy.
Good evening all. I'm playing Desmond Deadshot, the elf. Grew up on the streets of Seattle, but has picked himself up by his bootstraps and playing on his skills as a expert motorcyclist and sharpshooter and a few other talents to become slumlord of Redmond.
And on that, his slum income of today is 63,500.
Nice.
Okay, so
I definitely actually, having had 2 months off, I really should have actually worked out what new specialisation you were going to complete it before. That would have been more money for 2 months.
yeah, your specialisation is now, you've taken up Slumlord.
well, I did.
Well, no, I've been doing that for a while.
I did give you a chance to choose, and we thought we'd wait, so we'll see how that pans out. Okay.
I just realised, damn it, I missed the opportunity to get more money.
You could have walked out with maybe 100k instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one online today is Josh.
Hello, I'm Josh. I play Neuro, the kind of British Kingsman Cyberman. Running into the deep dark web to figure out his troublesome past.
And through
There'll be
his
many upgrades to Neuro, hopefully in the future.
and through his investments, he's got 6,900 credits.
Way.
And that brings us to M.
Hello, I play Bulls, your ever-lovable puppy, and not the sharp at Bolton Shed. I don't know whether I got to run around with any of the wild dogs of Brazil, but that probably would have been in Bolt's dreams. Or who knows, maybe he spent the last 2 months trying to commune with his spirit, like he discussed with some of the shamans in Brazil. Who knows? We'll find out.
We shall find out. And Bolt has managed to gain 6,300 credits for services rendered over those last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to be hollow in the background?
I can be if needed. I do occasionally also play Hollow, who is hacker and resident spider of Desmond Tower. Managed to get out and about in Brazil and not die, so that was finally a somewhat pleasant experience. Going outside for the first time in, I don't know, 6 months. To be only holed up in Desmond Tower for the last 3.
And Hollow has earned themselves 6,900 credits.
Hey.
Which is amusing. Your side character earns more than your main character.
No.
Well, he's got better investment.
And that brings us into Sean joining the team.
Yes, I am playing 404, the cloning not found. They are a clone pilot, and currently doesn't have a Mac, but does have a motorbike.
And he's
They are
got,
good at being mechanic, at least they will be.
he's got the same back pay as the others, so his back pay equals 300 credits. So we'll add that to the 500 starting credits you should have, so you have 800 credits.
You're rich.
Oh. I can buy like 2 eggs with that.
I'm not really sure. I want to know what sort of eggs they are for that price.
No, they're real eggs.
Only human ones,
I
but
suppose
we'll get.
Well, 400 credits an egg is probably a bit more than a normal egg would cost.
Ostrich egg?
Okay, so the
Well, no, I think he said human eggs, and that could be expensive.
especially if he's trying to create some kids. Much like the necromancer, he raises his own kids. Or grows as a joke.
I raised myself.
Maybe you've learned how to transfer your consciousness from one body to another.
Then it really is Ghost in the Shell.
No, I'm actually just a rogue AI that's taken over a human body.
Who had that character? In our speaking.
Doesn't know what a bioroid is.
No. Byroid is not a rogue AI.
But no, isn't it an AI in a meat sack? Meat mech, I should say.
It's less of an AI, more of an awareness.
I thought it was an artificial.
No guarantee it's artificial. It may actually be an imprint of a person.
So, Free Jack.
So Byroids might be closer to Ghost in the Shell
Okay.
than anything else.
But they don't exist at the moment.
Actually, they do in Prototype.
Yes, but this is common knowledge. They don't exist. There's no such thing. Same with very intelligent AIs.
Well, AIs aren't said to exist either. Even though most of you have smart devices, you don't consider them as intelligent in their own right.
Yeah, they're chat GP.
Of course, try telling Tatiana she's not intelligent. Of course, not intelligent what she is.
Yeah, Tatiana's the conscience in the machine. So I think it's more like a somebody's been slaved into the network.
Okay, so Sean's going to join your character shortly, but on your Sunday sleep-in, when you're expecting to be able to sleep in, Desrin is woken up by an annoying 6:30 a.m. Beeping through his terminal that he can't seem to turn off, no matter what he throws at it or what he yells at it.
Is that because it's the beeping is inside his head?
Possibly also because obviously it's important enough that Tatiana's going to get through. So. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so as you go to answer it, you realise that the beeping has been coming in through your data jack.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes up on your heads up on your targeting eye, shows you that you have a incoming video message.
Okay, so the good news is, what I'm hearing is that A, I don't have to try and find the button on the alarm, I can stay under the covers, and B, I don't have to open my eyes, because it's all inside my eyes. So, okay, yep, play message. Is it a recorded message, or does it appear to be like a video link?
It seems to be a recorded message. Timestamp is 30 minutes ago.
Okay.
It seems to have taken you 30 minutes to register that that you had a message waiting for you.
It took a while for it to get through, yeah, fair enough.
Okay, so there is a person sitting in darkness, male by the sound of it, saying, you have the flavor. That is very good. Mr. Johnson would like to meet with you for one more run. Be at Tacoma Styles tonight, 8 sharp. I know I don't have to remind you to leave the heavy toys at home. By the way, this is strict dress code. Don't make me come to you. The results will be most unpleasant. And bring the flour, you'll be needing it. And it ends with the date, time, and not too subtle threat underneath it.
Hey, I should have worked out to bring the flour, and therefore, and the initial mark of Mr. Johnson has another job. Hey, it was already going to be accepted and understood, because, hey, that was, bring the flour guarantees that if it's coming from that Mr. Johnson, yeah, okay. The only question really is that why the hell do you have to send the message at 6 a.m. if we've got another 14 hours for us to be there? Okay. Possibly because he's in a different time zone.
Quite possibly, you know he travels.
Yes. Was it actually the voice of a fixer that was recognised as one that had been previously used by Mr. Harliquin?
It was a gravelly voice that made your hair want to stand up, more so than it normally does. Look at it this way, you probably didn't need gel for the duration of the phone call.
Nice. Okay. I will send a text message out to the team to let them know that, yep, we have a meet at, where was it, Tacoma, you said?
Tacoma style.
Yeah, okay. Okay, he's not looking that up at the moment. I mean, he probably might recognise the name from his knowledge of Seattle, but he's not looking it up right now. He'll just basically send a text message out to the team to say, yep, meet, Tacoma Styles, 2000, and dress appropriately. We'll discuss further later today. and then go back to sleep. Or at least try to.
Okay. So, everyone else gets this message from Desmond. It's marked as urgent, and you receive it at 6:45 in the morning.
It wasn't deliberately it means with urgent case, obviously half asleep, but
So where do we
I got woken up, they should get woken up too.
A place called Tacoma Style.
Okay.
So it gives you the opportunity to look it up and find out what you need to be here for it. So.
Do you look it up?
Hold on.
Yeah, I just call Hollow and find out.
Hollow's awake. Hollow's asleep.
Because she's great with looking up stuff on computers.
Okay, so I'm assuming the other characters were Hollow and Nero were awake or asleep at 7 a.m.
On a Saturday morning. Okay.
No, coffee induced insomnia by Hollow.
I mean, the only reason that
Coming out to getting more coffee.
the only reason they didn't send it to Poppy or Talia is because, hey, they're probably still up for the previous night.
Doing the charm square thing.
Okay, so you get the message and then you get the phone call from Womp not long afterwards. Asking for information. What does Hollow do?
Would that be a internety checks the computer system?
And it could also be a matrix check, depending on how your matrix is.
Matrix.
Knowledge skill. The matrix.
Well, the matrix. Yeah, not too bad. I've got net search and board info, so.
How many ranks in the matrix and how many ranks in computers sysops?
4 in sysops, 3 in the matrix.
Okay, you're able to find it without any problems. It's a mid-sized restaurant and bar located on Grand Drive and Sunset Beach Road. Has Ben Tunistra as the manager with no racial bias and has a easy to access matrix node.
I send the information packet through to Womp and Desrin.
And you both get... it's a trendy restaurant that has a wonderful view of the Puget Sound and an excellent stylish menu. This first-class restaurant is a major attraction for the young and beautiful people, most of whom will go downstairs to the Style nightclub after dinner. Now, do you have Shadowrunners as a knowledge skill?
I do. It is only 2 though. I think that's one that I've been needing to upgrade with my probably God knows how many experience points.
Okay, I will give you a Shadowrunners check to see if you've actually got access to any of the Shadowrunner lore.
Shadowrunner.
Did you want to roll the dice?
Does net search get me?
She has them as well.
Yeah, no. You already rolled it, and we've got 8 white.
Alright. Alright, what have I got? Shadowrunners. 2 yellow, 4 green, 4 blue. 2, 3, 4. What does so net search upgrade ability twice and difficulty once of knowledge checks if connected? What does if connected mean?
So if connected means are you plugged in to the Matrix at this stage?
Well, if I've had to go search for this information, then yes.
Then you take those upgrades.
So upgrade ability twice. So does that mean 2 greens become 2 yellows?
If you've got 2 greens, they become 2 yellows.
Well, I have 4 greens, so...
If you have at least 2 greens, they become 2 yellow.
Yes, okay. Alright, so 4 yellow, 2 green, 3 blue, with a single upgrade to the difficulty.
Okay, so that means it will be 2 red and 2 purple.
2 red, 2 purple. Sorry, my hands aren't big enough quite to roll all the dice at once, so just...
You've got to get bigger hands then.
Yeah, apparently I should, right? So that's...
hands are big.
That. Yeah. It's that. That and that. 2 net successes and 5 advantages.
Okay, so you've picked up that 2 runners have left notes associated with Tacoma style on the local hacker boards. One of them named Tacoma Matrix Skater. You probably know who they are. And another one, Mr. Mo, who, yeah, maybe you know who they are. Whereas Tacoma Matrix Skater says, the bar is a favourite hangout for Tacoma's Mr. Johnson. The dress code is strictly enforced. Shadowrunners must dress up if they plan to meet a contact here, or else they have to contend with Betty, the bouncer. She's tough as nails. And the Mr. Mo says, Gak, can you believe this, Drac? A hangout for Mr. Johnson. What's the point? Second one not as useful, but hey, sometimes the information is valuable, like the first one. Sometimes it's pointless, like the second.
So I send some updated information through to everyone, saying, dress up time!
Okay, so dress normal. Cool. I am quite happy with that.
Bolt needs his
If
freaking monthly bath.
if Hollow's message actually wakes up Desmond again and will come back before he got to sleep, he'll send I said chat later.
Yep. What about parking?
It doesn't say.
No, that's the thing is I can't put it in. What about parking?
Okay, so it seems Desmond's connected to the chat group and he gets a message. What about parking? Even with his eyes closed, he sees it.
Desmond's not responding immediately.
It's okay. Nero and Hollow are also in the same chat group, and strangely enough, so is Bolt.
Yeah.
And there's question marks coming from Bolt as Bolt's typing something.
Get ready for the hose, Bolt.
Bolt's actually typing something? My goodness.
Well, Bolt has his skill now to
Including
type.
parking.
It may take her 10 minutes to type a message, but hey, I'm sure it will leave you all in suspense with as it comes out with the words "what?" question mark.
I just realised Bolt will probably love being on riding with me because
No. You know what will be modern? It will be either like a bike emoji or a car emoji, and like I don't know, like a sticker of like a dog sticking its face out the window.
Okay. Then sending back. How do you get a bike emoji?
I'm sure there are many emojis.
No. That's how I'm typing it back because of my limited amount of. I have.
As you type it in, your phone comes up with this help prompt saying, "If you'd like an emoji, I can help you." As a little paperclip starts trying to get your attention.
I go. What the fuck?
Today. Go Clippy.
Motorcycle or trike emoji.
Okay, it starts sending you lots of emojis.
Okay, so in other words, a lot of emojis have just now appeared on the screen.
Not on the chat with Sam, but a chat with Clippy, as he's helping you.
Yeah, I just need one. Just one. That will do. That one there.
Okay, so you pick one out of 100.
Yes, I have a new bike.
Okay, so the emoji he sends you is a bike running into a wall and exploding.
Probably accurate.
Yeah, well, look at the skill of
It
the
wasn't us about parking.
It's a way to park your car.
I mean, depending on how your quality skill goes.
Well, I mean, you don't have to pay parking fees if you park like that.
No, you have to pay
Well,
insurance fees.
He's just giving us tips on how to park without having to pay.
And plus, you don't actually have to worry about it being stolen because no one's going to want to steal that afterwards. Okay. So, you guys have a good rest of the day annoying Desmond with chat messages that he doesn't respond to.
Probably around midday, Declan will start to condescend to actually think about the process. After he's got up about 11 o'clock, had a good breakfast. So confirm everyone's got appropriate dress.
Yes.
So you should all have something to wear.
Obviously, yes. So should be aiming for something that is obviously not street gun level, and also I wouldn't necessarily go too ridiculous either. So
My outfits is not ridiculous. It is period quality.
You should say ancient. That works well.
And also be classed as ancient to some. Smiley face. Smiley face with top hat.
I wouldn't say that Wonk's outfit would be particularly out of place, because you said that you said that the sailor's food they said, didn't it?
Yep.
When you said sailors, I was thinking Elven.
Shalish, as in American Indian.
Like American Indian.
A class, meaning a lot of American Indian formal is the same as Western formal.
Yeah.
If it's traditional, then completely down the other way, but their formal attire is standard. Plus, they have the best casinos. Just
the sort of stuff that Wonk runs around is not necessarily...
Yep, and it's not called the house, it's called the tribe.
Well, it is expensive looking and fitted. So, expensive looking and fitted doesn't really matter how outlandish, as long as it's not offensive. The moment you go down the offensive side of things, such as screw you on the front of your thing and orc suck on the back, would definitely, no matter how high quality that is, not cut it.
Okay, so would the Union Jack waistcoat be a class as offensive?
Really concerned about.
It would.
Yeah, so I'm not going to wear that one. I'm just going to wear my Victorian outfit. My armoured Victorian outfit.
Okay, so as you guys get ready, Desmond's given a...
and also...
Desmond's given a heads up of what the team's wearing.
Okay.
Apparently, his computer has gone and taken shots of each of the members after they've dressed and sent it to you.
Right. And no one's particularly concerning?
Well, Bolt's brushed all his fur.
Yeah. Bolt should be going in human form.
I was just about to say, I would probably be smart enough now to know that this is a human form establishment. And I need to be in human dress. Ugh.
It did say all races welcome.
Not exactly a race, though.
No racial bias.
Yeah, no racial bias.
Not many people consider shifters races. They have no legal standing.
Oh, okay, so that's
Come
like
back to
the
Trolls and orcs have legal standing.
No. I'm thinking of the Naga? Are they actually appeared yet or not?
Not that many people have seen. It's not common knowledge of most magical species.
Because I know they are legal in Aztlan.
Not at this stage.
Okay, I just didn't know which stage they became classed as citizens.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting confused with 52 and was it 79?
Also, even if we're not in Ashland, so it wouldn't be legal here.
So in Seattle, the basic human, dwarf, elf, with the orc, troll, the main accepted society. You'll get outliers such as gnomes and goblins, and I think there's a few other different outliers on those ones as well.
Homo variants.
Though
Yes.
none of them get as well accepted as those main five.
So was it no Homo lupus and Homo ratus?
The trolls are on the edge of acceptance in most places, because if the building was built before goblinization, very few buildings can cater to a troll walking into it.
Yes, a troll walks into a bar and then ends in the cellar.
Well, they have to actually
Oh,
read.
walks into a building. Building falls over.
That will happen with a lot of them because they're not rated for a truck hitting them, which is what technically a troll walking in. Troll walks in with a couple of ton as his weight, not 100 kilograms or so. Okay.
So basically, Desmond will walk over and make sure that everyone's dressed appropriately. No one's taking anything illegal, weapons, etc.
Yeah, I've got my walking cane.
With the sword in it?
No, it's my scepter.
Mm-hmm.
And I can also use it to hit things with too. But no, I'm not taking my gun or that.
Okay,
Yeah, probably more looking at the Nero and Hollow. I'm guessing Hollow's probably not coming out. Well, no,
I've
Hollow.
had my life experience for the next 6 years. I'm good.
So,
Well, no, actually, probably Hollow will potentially be infected because Hollow was on the previous one.
Can't I be there in spirit, aka over comms?
Doesn't Hollow
Well,
experience the fine dining high class restaurant?
that she might get free food.
Tempting. Tempting.
It's not like it's a bar, it's an actual award-winning restaurant.
That's one thing. Also, I would also ask Hollow to bring up the menu.
Okay, you do get the menu up. It is all real food, not soy food.
Yeah,
Not a single
I'm just
serving
trying to
on the
work
menu.
out my budget.
You're looking at a meal setting you back maybe 300 to 500 credits.
What about with drink?
With drink, well, you might be able to get away with maybe 600.
Okay, so
Want something decent, it might be closer to 1,000.
So maybe take 1,000. I got a burning chip. Burning cred stick.
It's okay.
If Hollow's not interested in coming out to dinner, then Desmond's probably happy enough that Hollow can stay, but being aware that whatever comes out of the meeting, Hollow might be expected to be involved because we're they questioned about whether or not we had the flower, and they weren't talking about poppy.
5 minutes later, you see Hollow come out of her room in like sort of nice sort of button-up shirt, like dark jeans. I don't know if dark is dark, like would. No, it's said like button-up shirt.
Jeans would not be considered a top class restaurant dress code.
Okay, but like dress pants then?
Dress pants, proper shirt.
So Hollow needs to go shopping.
Nero obviously is going full Kingsman attire, like a little bow tie, smart vest, dress pants, and just like a top hat. So full British Kingsman style.
So he's going to try to outdo me.
Oh, he is outdoing you because he's a smaller version of you.
More compact.
Whereas most people assume well-dressed troll, you must be the bouncer.
True.
Or the bodyguard.
That too. It's the unfortunate thing of being a troll. Go ahead.
But yeah, so basically, yeah, Desmond will do the logs over and confirm that people are dressed appropriately and that no one's trying to bring anything in that they shouldn't. So, I mean, Desmond's still got a holdout pistol or something like that, because, hey, it's not appropriate to actually be completely without a weapon.
Well, I'm sure you've got places you can hide weapons in your van if you take it.
Yep.
So, who's travelling with who to get to the meet? As Nero's going, I haven't replaced my van yet.
Desmond's certainly happy to take some passengers.
I was going to say, I'm guessing Nero's then going with Desrin.
Well, in that case, then, if...
someone mentioned a bike. Bike.
So, is this actually going into the area where you have to go on the grid?
Yes.
Okay. Because I am wanting to get one that does actually can connect to the grid and does all the driving, because I have seen what happens when you don't have that, because you don't appear on the grid and...
You go squish.
Yeah.
So, let's just say you've got your trike with that. So, Desrin can take his non-troll van this time, because the troll's got his bike.
Yep. So, well, he'll probably go for a nice vehicle then. So, a nice car. So, I have to take the Shadowrun van or the troll van. So we'll go with a yeah. I can't even think what a good car is these days, but it's that.
A compact or sports car or a statesman style car.
No, it'd be more of a statement style in the sense of probably not limousine as such, but definitely he likes to have enclosed around him, because hey, it's a lot hard to get shot at.
Well, the statesman is more the quality luxury travelling vehicle that the limousines are generally expanded upon.
Yeah, that's the case. So like, you're not going for the size of the limousine, but certainly the quality of ride and interior.
Okay, so I'm sure Bolt claims the sunroof.
I was thinking
as soon as Bolt attempts to open the window, which Desmond will actually not allow the electronic windows to open or the sunroof to open, because it'll mess up your hair.
Okay, so the only bike that's going doesn't come by a Desrin Tower, so you're stuck in the sedan statesman with the rest of them.
I kind of stick my head out the window. Isn't this what cones are for if my hair gets messed up? I've practiced.
On the way back, you can have it. We'll open the sunroof.
Okay.
Or you can have one that doesn't have a roof at all.
Okay, so
Wait,
you...
what?
Having a non-troll passenger on the back of that section.
Well, I'm sure she would fit in the normal cargo space.
Yeah.
Okay, so arriving with 10 minutes to spare, you reach and find parked on the curb in front of Style, one of Tacoma's trendiest restaurants. And you manage to make it straight into the door, which is, as you noticed, reinforced and seems to have some sort of lattice work in it. And greeted by the door troll, as they call the woman making sure the right people get in. But she starts patting each person down with a big grin on her face, showing how she enjoys patting everyone down. Okay, so Desrin has his pistol. Desrin has his pistol. Does he pull it out before she pats him down?
Absolutely, yeah. He's not trying to actually hide it. It's important. And as I say, lay on the charm. When someone comments about there, yeah, well, you can check there again. It might be Dave Griffin down there.
She thoroughly checks everywhere. Going through each of the characters, checking each of them, and ends up taking away even Womp's Fortnighly stick, saying you won't need this while inside.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll put it in with my coat. In the
So the pistol gets checked in.
Yeah.
It gets into the closet, the coat
check.
Yeah.
Yeah, cloakroom.
And once you're cleared, the interior door opens, which does seem to be nicer on the inside than the outside. So obviously they've had a few incidents in that enclosed space. You walk down a clean white hallway and come up to the maitre d' at the other end. A tuxedo-clad elf smiles politely, saying, "You are with Mr. Johnson. Come this way." As she walks away from you, not looking backwards. He leads you through the elegant dining room to a table near the window. He pulls back the chairs and assists you in sitting. All except for the troll, because he can't move the chair. As Mr. Johnson will arrive shortly, he's taken the liberty of ordering for you. Appetizers will be served shortly. He smiles, perhaps sympathetically, and turns to leave. So you're halfway through salad when Mr. Johnson arrives. He slides quickly into his chair, opening his napkin with a snap. "Gentlemen, forgive the delay. Please continue with this fine respite while I outline your run." You'll be going to a small town called Columbia in the state of Missouri. It is in the western section of Orks. While you're there, you will retrieve Miss Jane Foster, a wayward corporate secretary who works for a small software firm called Comtag. You are to leave the flower you now possess at Miss Foster's apartment. That is crucial, but I understand that you have some experience in dealing with such unusual circumstances. Miss Foster will accompany you back to Seattle. You will take public transport to Columbia and return by private jet. Call this number when you're ready to return with the goods. The transport will be ready at Columbia's airport within 30 minutes. He slides a sheet of paper across the table. On it is Jane Foster's address in Columbia. I will pay 70,000 New Yen upon Miss Foster's safe return to Seattle. Is everything understood? I trust so. Now, if you excuse me, I'm afraid I must be off. Here's a small advance. You will find 10,000 New Yen on each of these certified cred sticks. You are booked on the 12:05 Delta flight to Kansas City, where you will catch a small commuter to the Columbia airport. The travel voucher is on the cred stick. Enjoy the meal with my compliments, and by the way, you will be accompanied by our extra pilot here, just in case. He sits up and puts someone else in his seat and walks off before he can actually interrupt him. And he talks so fast that every time you went to say something, he kept talking.
Now, did he just say that it starts in the next 30 minutes?
No, he said 12:05, didn't he?
What time is it now?
Well, the dinner was the meet was 8 o'clock, or 2000. I'm assuming it's probably about 20:30 or something by the time he finishes. He arrives and finishes his, well, actually, apparently it took him 2 minutes to walk, sit down, flirt, and then he had to get up and walk out again.
And basically, because you'll be taking public transport, you know the drill.
Well, at least my armor can go through.
Yeah. Yep.
Weapons can't.
So just confirming, when he said 12:05, he meant tomorrow midday, not midnight tonight. It was 12:05 as opposed to 0:05. Is that right?
Okay, so I'm going to say it was the 12:05 at midnight. that night.
I think it's very soon.
Okay.
He's given you no time to actually prepare or
Yep.
do anything from... Well, he's given you the cred stick, the information, and the run details. And so that means that, Sean, your character has also been given 10,000 Union. Or credits, as the case may be.
Which you can't spend. Oh, you can probably spend it going towards... there might be shops at the airport.
Quick calculation, how long's the travel time between Tacoma Styles, Redmond, and Seattle Tacoma Airport?
Well, to get to the SeaTac, you're looking at probably about an hour-ish, so that gives you a few hours to kick around. Getting to Kansas City and onto Columbia will probably take you till dawn.
Yeah, but the point being is whether or not we've got time to go back and grab any gear. Obviously, the gear that we grab will at least some other clothing and could be pieces that that's good. Well, Dave's ready to say, if it works out, he thinks, okay, an hour back to Redmond, and then between Redmond and SeaTac, it's another hour, whatever. Then it's so, yeah. Dave's planning is to actually cut the meal short and head off.
Well, you do realise you do have enough time to eat and then get your gear.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So, how much is parking at the airport?
It can be quite expensive.
So, Desrin, have you got a some type of pass, or we have to take public transport to the airport?
You got your bike, haven't you?
No, I'm just trying to work out how you're going to get there. Because it looks like it's going to be costing a fortune if you want to park there.
Well, how long we're staying. So, what's out of it? The intent is to get in, pick her up, get out. Okay.
What is the...
Does that imply that we know a public transport route, so that's what we would do?
Well, you've known that you can't take much into public transport without it flagging. So Nero's going to hate it because he's going to be on cyber restraints the entire way.
No.
I mean, it's not like we can take you to an significant gear anyway, because we're on a commercial flight. So.
The other thing is you have to work out what SIN you're going to be taking.
What?
SIN,
yes. You need to take
what ID are you running under?
You would need to take an ID that works. So, for Sean's perspective, he has a legal SIN, so technically he can get on the flight easier than the rest of them.
My legal SIN will start flagging things, so I can't use it. I have to use... Tim got burnt. I'm not going to use Bill. I have to use Graham, which was a decent...
I mean, Dave's been spending his money on having a few SINs available at the time. So.
Yeah, unfortunately I lost a good SIN due to... I think it was either Jane or Talia. Oh well. It was only 50k.
But so basically, go back, grab whatever light gear you want. Obviously, don't take anything that's particularly
Would they claim
dangerous or illegal.
Would they claim Earl Grey as a illegal drug?
Depends on what you're trying to do with it.
No. But the thing is, would it be classed as a contraband?
But taking tea across the border.
Yes.
Tea is not contraband.
I don't know. We're going into a different country, aren't we?
You're going into the OCAS. Not exactly sure. Well, that's why I'm a bit surprised it says OCAS.
It's because they seceded from the UCAS.
No, there's the...
No. You've got the UCAS and you've got CAS. Confederated American State as opposed to the United Canadian American States. You also got California Free State, so the fact will fly over Tears and Gaia and a few of the Native American nations as well. So, yes, we're definitely going crossing international borders. But yes, I suspect that when if it says OCAS, they probably should be either UCAS or CAS. And currently we're in UCAS because Seattle is an outpost of UCAS, so it's completely surrounded by the Native American nations.
Okay. In that case, I'll bring up Clippy and ask Clippy is...
So possibly, if Colombia is in the UCAS, then technically we're probably not actually crossing international borders. We're flying over international borders.
Okay, in that case, I'm quite happy. I can take my tea,
off the UCAS.
Sugar, and powdered milk.
Just getting someone to actually show me maps of the area. I have one of the old Shadowrun guides.
Yep. The old ones, yep.
And just trying to get it to show me what they have in the areas. So Federal District of Columbia. Amusingly, looking at all the different maps they have, it's hard to tell exactly which one is the one I need to reference. How well does your memory go for those things, Jeremy?
I don't think we wouldn't talk about the Federal District of Columbia because that's part of Washington, D.C.
Yeah, that's why I looked at it going, that doesn't look right to me. State of Columbia.
Map of North America.
That's where I do a Google map and going, hey, where is this?
Well, I'm doing a Google search to see if I can find something.
Holy shit, there's a lot of areas.
Oh yeah.
The
North American continent is definitely divided.
What happened to Canada? There's a huge bay.
What's left of Canada that's not part of the Native American nations.
Yeah, what happened? What caused Hudson Bay?
Global warming.
Oh, okay. So no meteor crashed in because there's a whole bit of Canada gone.
Okay, so...
And then you go to Columbia, actually in the CAS, the Confederation of American States, so you are technically crossing international borders.
Are you sure? It's following on from Kansas City, which I think is the border.
Oh, okay, well, I just found a map that... I've got a map of 2072, so
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at a Google Maps to say exactly where it is. Kansas City and St. Louis. Directly in between them is Columbia.
Oh, okay.
And that's purely in the UCAS.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, yes. The Columbia I was looking at was actually a city of Columbia, not a state of Columbia. So, but yeah, Kansas City, definitely still part of UCAS, so all good.
So that's the city of Columbia in the state of Missouri. Just north of the Missouri National Forest.
Yeah.
And it's north of Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, but unfortunately there's lots of Springfields.
Springfield, Missouri. not to bring
No,
forward
that's
your
okay.
knowledge.
The end result is we're not actually leaving the country.
It's like when you fly to Tasmania. You actually have to technically leave the mainland and come back to the to an island.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, it always confuses me that you got a area, a small little area that's in another country. Yeah, it belongs to another.
Okay, look at Detroit.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah. That's half the reason.
Oh no, Detroit gets even worse.
The
Was it?
It's why Seattle was considered, was deliberately part of the base Shadowrun city, because it was
We're surrounded
American for all intents and purposes, but also had all the conflicts of being an isolated location.
Are we surrounded by Indians or it's elves?
Indians and elves.
The Australian Sea Council is completely surrounds Seattle. Then you've got Guy to the south and a number of the other Native American nations bordering Australia Sea.
Why does the Californian Free State look like the Second World War Japanese flag?
Because it's basically Japanese.
Oh, okay, so they've actually taken.
The reason they managed to secede from, I think they seceded to Kaz at the time, was because the Japan Corps came in and provided the protection.
Okay, that explains it.
And so I'm sure they consider it a sister country now. Okay, so yes, you've been given time to get things ready. You've been given someone who has been told they're on your run with you.
Yes.
Okay, so who is this?
Does this person, when we get a chance to chat, does he know anything more about the run? Is he in a position to negotiate a better fee?
So up
Can we
until
treat him as Deputy Fixer? Deputy Johnson?
well, once you speak to him, you find out that he knew nothing up until the point where he was sat down with you. You didn't even get the rundown of what the mission was.
Right, okay.
Congratulations, Sean. You're now a Shadowrunner.
Yay! Who are you guys?
Well, that's the question for us, is who the hell are you? So,
Oh, I'm 404.
and
Hi.
any reason why you've been assigned to
I
us?
need money.
It smells like grease.
Well, that sounds like a reason
I need money. I'm
want to
kind
be
of
here.
I'm working on a little something, and I'm working on something. It's expensive. I need money.
Okay, so we have cannon
How
fodder.
do you know Mr. Johnson?
That is a good
I won't
question.
bother trying to push you too hard on the fact that neither the player nor the character probably has good answers. to that
Okay,
sort of question.
I'll give you some info on that one.
I don't.
You're a pilot who is between jobs right now, and you've flown for the Johnson in the past.
So is he actually flying the commercial flight, or he's the potential backup pilot for getting out again?
He's a backup pilot for getting there and getting back, depending on, hijinks of plane flights these days is terrible.
Oh, the last one was quite good.
Okay.
Always good when you've got a group of runners to have someone who can
the
fly.
last one.
Well, okay. Hope your skill won't be needed, but we'll see how we go. So the while travelling, is Hollow trying to do any work on like any connection to see what we know about this Foster, Jane Foster? Because obviously we've been given an address and the fact that she's apparently a corporate secretary or something. But,
Every time you say Jane Foster, I think of our Jane, and
Yeah.
I'm very confused.
Isn't that also Thor's girlfriend?
That is
because I
technically
think they also said the name of
It is. I was thinking, why does it sound familiar?
And I'm going, I just hope that there's no pissed off Norse god that's going to be fronting up afterwards.
Oh, there will be a pissed off person.
This is why we wanted to find out as much as we can about the person to find out. Because they gave us her name, they gave us the name of the company she worked for.
Okay, so what
Yes.
I know most of the Matrix stuff for Hollow, so Hollow can do a Matrix test to see if she can find information on the company and on Miss Foster. So two separate checks.
Sure. Is that SOPs? Or two separate checks?
The Matrix check. That's your ability, your skill.
Oh, Matrix check.
Like, you're basically doing one check to find out if you can about Jane Foster, and one check you can find out about where the name of the company was.
I wish they actually... Oh, this is 75. Okay. How much do the borders change in 75?
A lot. The borders change a bit over time.
Yeah, there's been a number of deliberately global and particularly North American shattering events between the years 2050 and 2075.
Because that's normally when each edition rolls over, there's been an earth-shattering event.
Oh.
Okay, so what's your
So give me 2 seconds. So I have to find something
Obviously,
to put my dinner down so I can roll dice.
obviously one of the items in the back was the container with the flower.
Okay, so my matrix is 3 yellow, 3 green. I also can add net search, which will change 2 of the green out for
yellow.
2 yellow. Is that right?
Yeah.
Or is it 1 yellow?
Two green for 2 yellow, I believe.
Oh, can I be jumped into the matrix in the plane?
This is before you get on the plane. This is basically
Does it have
you guys.
info? Oh, this is before I go on the plane.
This is you guys doing some check for
So
this.
I can do it.
It's part of your
So
backing.
that means the part of my hacking is checking this. That means the difficulty is upgraded by 1 Mountain.
Yep, difficulty is upgraded by 1. Difficulty for the company will be 1 red and 2 purple. So considered hard difficulty to find out information on this company.
That needs to be 3 successes, 1 damage.
Okay, so you actually know the name, and you've just looked up some extra information to help you figure it out. Comtech Incorporated started out as a garage industry in the late 2020s and steadily grew into one of the best-known software companies in the area. The new facility on the western edge of town is one of the first sights people see when they hit the city limits along the I-70. Although still small, the company is going places. You believe it is a A-rated corporation. they make some kind of high-class ice program, most of which gets sold to corpers along the eastern seaboard. And you've heard that they also dabble in the shadow market. Seems like they've got some sort of hot shot sleeves program in the cooler. They moved to the new facility for added security. So basically, it seems to be a matrix-oriented development house. So you may have got some of your programs from them. Now another check for Miss Foster.
Same matrix roll?
You could make the same matrix roll, yes, but I would add another purple.
Another purple, right. This gets to the point where, I start dropping dice because my hand is too small. Oops. Something things all over the place. One, two, three, 4 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, you actually managed to track Miss Foster down. She has worked as executive secretary for the president of Comtech Inc. for the past 3 years. Though competent, she has shown no desire to move up in the company or take on more responsibility. She goes by the name Frosty. Though she seems to be off her media for the last couple of days. You've got reports that someone tried to grab her outside her place a few days ago.
That's not good. Means that security's going to be on alert.
The responses are they believe someone's now singing soprano because of the attempted abduction.
What does singing soprano mean?
Take care of herself.
So she kicked someone. So
she was able to take care of herself. She got kicked in the ball.
Literally, yes.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep.
That says you might want to check
Someone tried
out.
to grab her and she fought back.
One of the notes says you might want to try BK's Lounge. She spends a lot of time there as a regular. And the last bit of note you get is she's in tight with the band known as the Pretenders, a rock band that has fallen on hard times.
Pretenders?
And,
Are they being a cover band?
Sorry, I was trying to finish.
Yeah.
All good. They are on... spend their time on Highway 63 between Columbia and Jeff. They might be able to help you out if you're looking for her, they say. So you managed to get in touch with a few of Miss Foster's associated online friends. So that's everything you got out of Miss Foster. Did you want to look up anyone else?
Just confirming, in the brief information that Mr. Johnson gave, he didn't indicate whether Miss Foster was a willing extraction or an unwilling extraction, did he?
You'd assume unwilling at this stage.
That's right, because the fact that he didn't say willing, the assumption would be unwilling. Yeah.
Trank gun.
Yeah, who's got some of that 20,000 code gun left over?
Everyone left it for the pilot of the plane.
I know. But obviously, I'm sure that in the
Yeah, I don't
last
think we
2
need to
months,
get a case
Wild
of
Boar
100
developed a
rounds.
stun spell.
Sorry, I had people talking over each other. Can you start again, Jeremy?
I was just saying, I'm sure in the last 2 months, one would have realised that actually a stun spell is a useful thing. We would have researched one.
And what was Ross saying?
Yeah, I don't think we want to buy 100 rounds. We could only probably just buy maybe 10. Still going to be expensive.
Well, we also we don't necessarily have the contact right now either. So.
No, well, the thing is, whatever we're going to get, we have to get it there. We can't get it here because we can't take it across.
Yeah. But yeah, okay, so we found out Comtech was an A-rated company developing cutting edge ice or icebreakers, one of the two.
Both.
Both, okay, yeah. And Jane Foster was it EA or something to the president?
Yep. And you found 2 good associations she has.
So potentially, I don't know whether or not Holly's really going to have time to do any further digging before we leave, but obviously finding out those kind of associations and connections might be good to know.
You could do those en route.
Get there if we don't find game immediately.
She could do those en route, but she wouldn't get her jacked in bonus.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, to me, something that we've got her address, we've got the work address. So they're the 2 places to start.
So Jeremy, the bit you might have the bit Jeremy might have missed there is that she hasn't been seen at her home for a number of days. People have posted that.
Oh, okay. Okay. And that was effectively since someone was trying to grab her?
That was since someone had tried to grab her, yes.
Right. Okay.
And the suggestions were 2 places you could find where she might be found.
That alternate. Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, it could still potentially be worth going via her property, because we might get more information about who she is, why people might be trying to grab her aside from our Mr. Johnson, why our Mr. Johnson wants her. But yeah, we can work that out, what the options are when we get down there, because obviously there are fine places. I suppose we've got the addresses for other contacts, and then we can see which one's closest.
Okay.
But,
So if you don't want to look anything up, we'll move on to you getting to the airport.
Sorry, I was trying to say I would like to look up like the associations and stuff while I'm jacking or like the bonus.
if you've got the time, absolutely.
I did say you probably wouldn't be able to do those searches while you're there. You'd be running close to missing your flight. But you can look you can do those searches without the bonuses.
Yes.
While you're traveling now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, did you want... Which
Well,
one
you
did
might
you...
well if you want to fly over, but obviously you only go through public information by that point, so...
Oh, she can still... Hollow can still do a fairly detailed net search, just doesn't have the advantage of the rig to help.
Can the rig go into cargo?
Not the rig, the setup
Oh,
from
yeah,
Desmond
sure.
Tower.
No, I thought she's got a portable rig.
Most of that's considered illegal.
Okay, so she basically needs to get one built in.
I'm not sure Hollow wants to go down that way, but we'll find out.
Either that or just plug into Neuro and use his deck while he's doing something else.
There's a reason that Hollow rarely leaves the tower.
Because Because it's not convenient to take your expensive deck with you because it's not portable.
Okay. So
I mean, it is actually something that, considering what we now know about the job, does Hollow what it can't. Because Hollow can potentially do Matrix Overwatch support from a distance.
what is the delay?
And
Sorry, what is that, Ross?
The delay.
The delay.
Yeah. So
Well, the further away she is, longer the wait time, plus the chance that she'll have no connectivity.
so
I mean,
yeah, we
but
just hope that.
it is something to consider that noting that is apparently a fairly standing distraction. It may be something that Hollow would not be interested in attending.
But she has the ticket booked for her. She could give it to Jane instead, or Poppy.
And this is pure up to M. Like it's a case of M's options. Obviously, yes. Hollow came out to enjoy the free good meal, and was technically involved because she was involved in the previous run with the flower. But now we know what the run is, of the idea of, hey, dumping the flower, picking up a Jane Foster. Yeah, it's likely.
It sounds like a bit much adventure for Hollow, especially after the last adventure.
So
that went quite well.
The question for that one for Hollow would be: would Hollow give up a chance to get access to cutting edge programs from either the secretary or the company itself because you're heading to their headquarters?
Plus the prestige of that you've actually hacked into their system from them.
No, doesn't have to hack into the system. She may
certainly
actually be able to get
You could have started
hands-on.
doing the legwork before we left.
Sorry, I'm
You could
finding
have
it a
started doing
bit
the
hard
legwork before we
to
left.
hear everyone.
Yeah, it also doesn't help that people are talking over each other. So I was trying to say that from Hollow's perspective, the company Comtech Incorporated is a place she might get access to software she might not normally be able to buy. Would they
in that case,
would they give up that opportunity? The thing is, if someone else buys it, they may not get what you're looking for.
On the flip side, of course, also, what Hollow's perception is on extra looting on a run as to whether or not they go down that pathway or not. So, particularly when we're doing a run for Harliquin.
Jeremy, whether it's looting or actual purchase, the run has referenced a company that Hollow may be invested in, and that was what I was getting at. It may simply be a purchase opportunity to buy from the actual company in the meet.
Yep, no, I agree. Like, it certainly, there are definitely pros and cons as to why Hollow would be going to it.
And I was trying not to go down the you're just going to steal stuff. You've got a lot of money. You could literally go and buy something really nice from a highly rated corporation.
And it'll be close to military grade.
Or cutting edge.
Yeah.
It's not the sort of thing you'd want to buy and get sent to you.
Yeah.
Whether it happens or not, it's just an opportunity.
It does go out the big white building again, though.
Although, as I said, like this one went better than the last one, so
We're not going internationally, this time. You're not going into the jungle.
true.
Well,
You might be leaving civilization, but you're not going into the jungle.
so Jeremy, technically, she is going international. She's leaving UCAS, going into the tribal lands, and then returning to UCAS. So she is going international.
I thought she was going through international airspace.
That's still international.
But the plane... Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. But I'm saying the fact that, yeah, her physical ground, her feet starts in UCAS and ends in UCAS.
And
you are flying international airspace.
And the airport terminals you're using is the international terminal, not the national terminal.
Does it actually have a national? Because flying anywhere would be classed as international.
No, because Seattle does not have a national terminal. No.
That's right.
Because everyone has to come through with passports.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the important part of it is the fact that yes, it may not be civilization, but at least it's not jungle. Because it's a small town, Missouri.
Because one knows it's a prestigious company, and if I get the opportunity to buy software that I might not otherwise have available, and yes, that does actually sound very appealing. So yeah, she probably would go.
That was why I brought it up in those terms.
Absolutely. Okay, but there's been, yes, any follow-on research after Jane Foster and the techie company has to be done either in the air or when you land on the other side. So.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that's fine, that's easy.
So it would be nice if I could do bookmarks on this file, but hey, you can't always set that up. Sorry, just trying to actually scroll between the information of where you're looking to the information of where you are. They are not in the same section. Okay, so you take the flights. Just trying to figure out where it actually puts you. Okay, so you step out of a Cessna, cramped and sore from a 90-minute flight. You stretch your limbs as you gaze across the lighted tarmac to the terminal. To the east you can see the beginnings of dawn. Several members of the maintenance crew are milling about the plane and its attendant service truck. Your baggage is dropped next to you as you wait by the plane. No baggage check for this flight. Gear in hand, you head for the terminal. Once inside, you scan the nearly deserted terminal. There are 3 rental car companies represented along the far wall. Choosing one at random, you approach a dozing attendant and rap the counter to startle her from her sleep. She asks if she can be of assistance, blushing. It's not much surprise to learn that the selection is not that good. Cars and bikes come in all the basic shapes and sizes, but none of them would announce your presence with real authority. You finally select your vehicles and slot your cred stick. The clerk directs you to a small parking lot to the side of the terminal building where your transports await. Fully gassed and ready to go. Apparently, out here it's not electric. And the only troll rated vehicles are bikes.
I have no problem with electric.
Or trucks.
I prefer biofuel.
Now, pulling out of
Nothing needs to smell non-electric car.
Yep.
Most of you are used to the sound of cars being the whine of the electric motors kicking in, which is very low, and turn on these vehicles and it's a roar, deafening roar for most of you. Pulling out of the parking lot, you head for Highway 63, which runs north to Columbia and south to Jefferson City. North you go as sun-crested wooden hills on your right. You begin to make plans for getting your hands on this corporate secretary Mr. Johnson wants so badly. So that's you getting to Columbia. Well, ish.
Okay.
So you were flying a Cessna 750 on the way there. Okay, so what sort of car would Desra and all the others get? You can literally get a car each if you wish, or a bike each if you wish.
Yeah. I would suggest that won't get a trike or a bike, but that probably no more than 2 other vehicles. So only one. Dex happy to get a vehicle that will fit how many people we got. Might be 2 vehicles anyway.
You have 6 people with you, not counting the troll. And I'm sure we'll have a Poppy or a Jane showing up later.
So Dex, does anybody else effectively drive? Our pilot? Or
404 does.
404, yep, okay. So I would suggest then that, yeah, we probably want 2 cars and the troll's trike. So, assuming that the expense is not going to necessarily break the budget. So.
Well, let me get you the cost of... So
I'd be happy to pay a little bit better vehicle.
The motorcycle sets Ross back about 300 credits per day. How many days does he hire it for?
So where are we actually going?
Well, you're in the town where the girl lives.
In theory, we could be in and out of here today.
But you have to specify...
I would not guarantee that, though.
You have to specify a return date when you hire it.
So it's 300. Okay, well, I'll do 4 days.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've probably got to go for at least 3, probably 4 days, makes sense.
Okay, so... That brings us to the cars... Okay, so basic sedan is going to cost you guys 200 per day.
Mm-hmm. Desmond's happy to pay if there's something a little bit more upmarket than a basic sedan. But
and
so recognising, I think you mentioned that the selection was probably limited.
They do have a West Wind 2K going for 1,000 per day, or a Honda Sprint. So these are the sports car style.
Hey. Yeah, there's all go the West Wind. Might as well live it up in style for a few days. See whether he decides he wants to buy one of these for real. So he'll do it as a test run.
Okay, so yes, you've managed to get the stuff. Reading through the fine print, which would this be something that Nero or Hollow would do?
Nero's been burnt by many things that have been pushed his way, so yes, he'd read the fine print.
Okay, so...
Is the fine print in a digital format?
It would be sent to you in a digital format. Okay, so Nero zeroes in on all the issues of what you've just signed up for. It is literally 1% of the vehicle's purchase price per day on rental. This includes mileage, gas, and insurance for the car. A return date is mandatory as payment is in advance. Failure to return the car by the specified date results in a warrant being issued for the runner for your arrest on charges of grand theft. The car is completely insured, so even if the car is destroyed, you're charged only the 1% per day.
Presumably, if we need to extend the loan, we can actually arrange to extend it.
Normally you have to come back in and get them to extend it or start a new one. They're not always easy to extend because they want to sight the vehicle before extending it.
What's the like if say we hire it for a week instead of 3 days, but we return it in 3 days, is that just money lost to them?
It is money lost for you, not for them, because you're paying in full beforehand. If you've needed it for less than you've hired it for, they're going to say tough luck because you've already paid for it.
Yeah, that's right. We allowed for that car to be away for the full week. We haven't. It meant we couldn't give it. We couldn't sell it to anybody else then, or rent it out to anybody else.
As they then hand the keys over to someone else and getting paid for 2 days of the hireage of the same
It's
vehicle.
completely that's beside the point. They had to allow for not being able to hire that vehicle for the following 4 days. So.
Okay, so you have 3
main...
main...
Okay, we're not actually... Because how far from the airport are we going to pick up, like, to Foster's house and the contact location? Like, I'm assuming it's still... Have we ended up getting off in the same city?
You're off in
Columbia.
You're off in Columbia, her city, and you have 3 main avenues of investigation. Going to Comtech.
Yeah.
Going to Columbia Boulevard, which is the word on the street, and going down to her apartment in downtown Flat. So you have, you can literally split 3 ways now that you have 3 vehicles.
Contact the option. So, well, yeah.
Splitting the party has always worked for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously if we know that Jane hasn't been seen around her apartment or house or whatever since someone tried to abduct her, presumably she probably hasn't been seen around the office then either. Like if she hasn't been going home, she probably hasn't been going to work. So if we do want to try and find her immediately, we probably want to go with the other contacts, but that means we probably want to try and find somewhere where Hollow has the opportunity to actually do some more research. Or did you find anything on that stuff on the plane?
Okay, so did you want to do the check on the plane, or did you want to wait until you got decent connections and hardware?
Probably wait till I get decent connections.
Yep.
And hardware. My question, so I'll propose a question. Why would we, like, we know, yes, she hasn't been seen around our house, but why would we still not go and look to see if there was any, like I don't know, foul play?
And that's what Desmond was basically talking about, was the idea that while she hasn't been there, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad place to actually look out for. And of course, it also potentially puts, if we do go to the house, and if someone tried to jump her and she hasn't been back to the house since, then possibly the house is being watched by whoever tried to jump her. Maybe while they're sitting with the device back in the going area, but they might be still watching the device to see whether she comes back. So, which might be on the plus side of either finding out, or we might spot the opposition, or we're alerting the opposition and or Jane that we're on the lookout for her. So my gut feel is potentially, if we can find out enough about her other haunt, that means that we've got a better chance to find her immediately.
I mean, Bolt's always happy to be taken for a walk, maybe around her house.
Yeah.
Because that's not suspicious at all, right?
Oh, we could have used that option before.
Hey, maybe
Genesys
taking.
and Shadowrunners come out always sending the dog.
So I would assume you'd be sending either 404 or Womp with Bolt to the apartment. Because I'd expect.
I'd be thinking that.
Well, I would.
I wouldn't actually be talking about trying to spin up too much.
Because I would expect Nero and Hollow would be itching to go to Comtech. And they would be probably the better received there anyway.
Oh, yeah, no. Like I said, to me, the idea, it does. Whilst there might be people going in by themselves to certain places, that doesn't mean the rest of the team is not actually just outside the door. Like, I don't necessarily think we want to. Well, the kind of have split at the party, I don't think we necessarily want to split the party too far.
Which one do you want to head to first?
Or do we want to try and find a spot where we can hold off at least briefly to so you can do the search on like what the other sites are, like if we basically find a hotel or something like that to book a room for a couple of nights, so that's got a base and you can do some searching from there.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a bad idea. Establish a base and then do a couple more internet searches while we settle in and then make a plan for where to go.
Yep. And then also, like, yeah, while you're doing some index searches, yep, we could do some people just doing a bit of a drive around town to find out about where things are laid out. Jason will be happy to do a bit of a search, that kind of thing, to find out what the lay of the land is, literally. So confirm that all these map softs are up to date and current.
Okay, so, well, the vehicle map softs are all up to date, so you can get a copy of those ones.
Yep.
Seems that renting it out is always check to see if the software's at up to date. Because hey, after 100 days of being rented out, they've paid for the car.
Yep. So yeah, okay. So we'll go and get book a couple rooms at a hotel somewhere. Somewhere probably around between the airport and the edge of town or whatever type of stuff. So.
Martin, I know I can't bring my big deck, but can I bring the smaller data pad, or is that still considered like illegal on the plan and stuff?
Well, the data pad's not illegal. The software installed on it would be, so you would have to have not installed it and not be carrying a chip, which makes it really hard to use that information.
Yeah, so like essentially if I make it clean before I bring it out, so I have somewhat of my own deck to use.
You can, yes.
Okay, perfect.
So buy one when you get there, yes.
Yep.
Let's try and look at basic prices. Also handy having one of the newer 2050 books.
Oh, okay, cool.
And forgetting you have it doesn't always help.
I mean, there are a lot of books on that wall.
Yeah, and if you look up directly above Ross, above the D&D, is just a whole line of Shadowrun books squished in there, as well as some of them on the shelf below. And that's not all the books. Jeremy's got a lot more.
Okay. Well, I don't like. I mean, you've probably got all the recent ones because I haven't bought recent ones for a while. So, but yes, I did manage to get almost all the the first 4 editions or so.
You also got a lot of the local, the new stuff as well.
I did get covered it because obviously when it was stuff that you had available to buy it, so I thought, okay, yeah, I'll grab it, absolutely. But yeah, I haven't been as religiously getting it to complete collection side of it. For 6th edition, and probably got a significant amount of 5th, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't bought, I haven't even bought the 6th edition rules, which considering 6th edition, they expected it to drop on the date Shadowrun was supposed to have awakened, and they missed that mark, and everyone was saying that that really was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, bring out the 6th edition or the 6th world. It was certainly a marketing challenge. So, but yeah, like I don't really rate 6th edition. Like I haven't played it obviously, but if you just read in the book, reading the rules, thinking, most of those changes, I don't necessarily see the value of those. So.
Yeah, it hurts looking at it going, there's not a huge benefit to all that stuff. Okay.
Some of the changes just feel very wrong. So.
Yeah.
Nothing like going 4th ed D&D, but...
Hey, 4th ed D&D wasn't too bad in the end.
It wasn't bad as a game, it just wasn't D&D from my perspective.
That's all about how someone presented it, and that was the issue, is the presentation was never taken well.
Yeah.
I only found out it existed about a year ago. I thought they had just skipped the number 4.
Well, not a lot.
Nobody talked about it.
They couldn't wait on the memes to talk about it, go through. Yes. We had basic D&D, advanced D&D, advanced D&D 2nd edition, advanced D&D 3.0, 3.5.
Because there is about...
D&D 5th edition.
There are about 10 editions of D&D all up, when you count various sub-editions. So they didn't really talk about all of those, whereas Shadowrun, literally, most of them are whole editions, except they had a sub-edition in, was it 5th edition or 4th edition, where they had the 20th anniversary. I think that was 4th edition. And then I believe 5th edition also had a sub-edition called Anarchy. So technically 6th edition was the 8th edition, not the 6th edition. And when you sort of look at all those things, it does make it a bit confusing, because Anarchy was officially the 6th edition of the game. That wasn't a spin-off of the other editions.
Yeah.
And when you tell people that, they look at you going, but there's a 6th edition. Yes, there is. It probably should have been 7th. So, getting back to where we are, I'd probably say that prices would... I was trying to see if I actually had a book that was showing that. It would be fairly easy to get a hotel room. I'm just looking for something that would give me basic prices of that sort of era. Because it would be good to give you, say, hey, these prices seem reasonable.
Based on experience today, where your average hotel room is probably slightly less per day than the average cost of renting a car, so for the day.
Okay, let's go with that. If you want a decent quality room, you're looking at roughly 100 credits a day. If you're wanting a troll size room, it will be double whatever the average price is.
Yeah, I mean, depending on what things go for, but yeah. again, everyone's happy this work. It's a bit of a holiday.
Does that include breakfast?
Not always.
We'll go for we'll go for say a couple of rooms totaling 500 a night. That way the control site's one and another one. And then yeah, leave Hollow and anyone else who wants to stay at the hotel room briefly for the time being. I'm doing some additional matrix legwork. But Season and whoever wants to go with him, we'll go and do a bit of a drive around the streets just to find out the lay of the land and do a drive-by of the corporation, the context, and Jane's house. And if during the drive, Hollow sent details of the other locations, then again, I should do a drive-by just to get an idea of what we're looking at.
Hollow could check in at the room and get the bonus. Were you spending 500 for the team or 500 per person?
No, 500 for the team. Like basically 2 rooms, because you get an average room would be about 100, double for the troll, make it 300 for 2 rooms. So it's going to go for better than average and go 500 for the 2 rooms.
Okay, so 1 room for the troll and 1 room for everyone else?
Oh, I feel spacious.
Technically...
The troll room can certainly have more than just a troll in it.
Well, the troll's room would be in a different floor, in a different section, because...
Ground floor at least.
Yeah, there would be no elevators to the troll space.
Yeah, and no basement.
And they wouldn't house normal quarters with the troll quarters for the simple purpose of the beds are way too big and too hard for the average person.
Okay, well, in that case, I guess.
Oh, somebody can get an air mattress.
Assuming that Bolt doesn't want to just sleep on like a blanket on the floor.
Well, you could do the 200 for the troll room and 300 for a suite for everyone else.
That sounds like a plan, yep.
$200 for the troll room, 200 for everyone else, and $100 for kenneling for the Bolt.
Well, it depends. If it says no pets allowed.
Hey, this sort of place is, if you're paying, you get to stay. They will just simply charge you a cleaning fee.
Okay.
Remember, do not raid the bar fridge.
But they probably don't expect her to say, again, Bolt is not in doggy form when walking into the hotel. So.
Okay. So yes, you have parking given to you as complimentary while you've got the suite.
Yeah, that's one thing. Do we need a Geiger counter just to check the water?
Why?
I got just wasn't there nukes flung?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. All I can remember
Sounds like
was some
fun.
of the.
Are you going on future storylines?
No, I just don't know where.
In the current storyline, you've have the talk of the great ghost dance that was done by Howling Coyote that set off all the volcanoes around North America.
Oh, okay, that's what I was probably getting, because I thought they also detonated nukes as well in the silo.
Well, it certainly the area around here is probably a lot less polluted radiologically than Seattle.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, let me have a quick look for history.
Because Seattle, okay, part of the Redmond Barrens, part of the problem for that, or sorry, the Puyallup Melons, was that it was radiological.
Yeah, there's one area there that's radioactive.
So as a general rule, Missouri's probably better off than the air cleaner here than it is in Seattle. So, does anybody want to stay at the hotel doing the online legwork, or do people want to come for a drive in the car?
Okay, hello will stay. I'm not sure about
Yep.
Nero. Nero does like doing the like on foot spooky stuff as well, so
I like
Yeah.
spooky things, and as a tech company, I'm interested.
Yeah, no. This is not the case of like the intent is that we can still stop at those places. It's more that while Hollow's doing a couple hours on the Matrix, trying to dig out what she can about the additional locations, Declan just wants to go and do a drive around town. Not stopping anywhere, just
Yeah, basically
driving
get
around.
the layout of the town.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'll follow.
Okay, so there are quite a few useful NPCs I can introduce from that book. Okay, so yes, I assume you've checked in, you've got Hollow jacked in to try to find some information before you go searching, in case it renders some of your searches moot. But it doesn't mean you might know what to search anyway.
Well, as soon as Hollow's got himself in position, then Declan's happy to move out again because he's happy that Hollow can send information on the fly while we're driving, but also he knows he's got at least a couple locations to do drive past anyway.
So in that case, would you say Hollow and Nero would probably be best to work together and try to get the info?
Just salt.
okay.
Because the two of them together would definitely be better than one.
Yep. And yeah, as I say, Nero's not missing out an opportunity to go and talk to the content company in person. We're not doing it immediately.
Technology.
Hollow better not be left behind on that one either.
No, that's right, no.
Meanwhile, Ball's happy to go for drives as long as he can stick his face out the window.
Yep.
What's Ford doing?
I mean, if she's not needed to drive anybody around, she'd probably look for like a junkyard or something and go dumpster diving for parts.
Well, it looks like there's at least a doggy who wants shotgun. Not sure about anyone else.
No, I was going to come tag along as well.
No, I mean, he won't be driving you.
Oh, no. Depending on if Bolt wanted to stick his head out the sunroof or window, or have the real breeze, like nothing blocking.
So does Bolt prefer the trike, the sedan, or the sports car?
Ooh, toss up between the sports car and the trike.
The sports car hasn't got a hood down, like it's not a convertible.
The bike then.
We can make it a convertible.
We can make it a convertible. Oh, you can make that
wasn't it-
sweet.
Was it
Oh, that's not
10% of what the car was worth was the insurance, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And that's and
1%.
yeah, and Desmond got it a expensive car.
Yeah. But yeah, if 404 is talking about dumpster diving, no, that's not the intent of right now. We're not splitting up aside from people at the hotel room and people in vehicles driving around town. Not stopping anywhere, just driving around town.
Seeing the sights. Did you also want to drive past the corp area as well?
That's part of the science. That's the two places that he knows he particularly wants to go past are the Foster's house and the Comtech Corporation building, and any others that Hollow provide or Hollow and Nero provide, as far as hangouts where Foster might be. Like I say, it's just the lay of the land at the moment, so I'm happy that we spend a couple hours doing that, and then we can hear what the results are for what we know.
Okay, so while you guys go driving,
That's important.
we will have Hollow and Nero do their first net check.
Just went to the bathroom, so I can do my check first.
So did you know what you were going to look up first?
What was the thing that we were finding more information about? Her, like the house or the...
No, the other avenues of investigation that you popped up when you looked at the apartment and contact company was she had some association with a band or a bar or something, or a gang that she could hang out with.
So to answer what Jeremy said, it was yes. It was a bar and a band.
A bar and a band. Okay.
Let's start with the band. Would that probably do a Matrix and a Shadowrunners on them, maybe?
Okay.
By doing like 2 separate roles.
For that one, we're going to combine your social and matrix. So the lower of the two is your skill rating. Because the band will require your social knowledge as well as matrix knowledge.
Oh, society?
Society. Yes, sorry, that's what I meant.
So what does that mean for my role, Mom? Sorry, I don't quite understand.
Okay, so what's your society?
Is rank 1.
And that's lower than the matrix.
Yes.
So that means you'll be doing the society role. If your matrix was lower, you'd be doing it as the matrix.
Oh, yeah, right.
But you can use any special you can use for either. Plus any blue dice.
Yep, okay.
So just looking up Hollow right now.
I could also buy the info for 50 credits. For the society one.
Yep, you bought info. We'll buy you a couple of successes. I can only say buy you all the info you want, but we'll buy you a couple of successes.
Yeah, I mean, like, I could buy info and then do like a deeper search if that doesn't bring up anything interesting. Net search gives me...
Well, instead of rolling, you can buy. Would you like to just buy the credits?
Yeah, let's just buy the info on these guys.
Okay, so the info...
I don't think that they're as important.
The info costs you 200 credits.
Mm-hmm.
As you'll note, it is 50 times the difficulty of the check.
Okay.
Okay, so what you hear about them, there used to be a bar band several years ago. Frustrated and disheartened, they turned to booze and bikes. They have a reputation for creating mischief and mayhem. Noted down as being a tough bunch with mages amongst their group. You can spot them over at BK's bar. They always sport their colours, so they're hard to miss. Though they have been keeping a low profile the last couple of days. Because you bought enough, you also find out that they've been spending the last couple of days at St. James' home. Not exactly sure what that does for you, but they can't give you any more information beyond that.
Well, St. John's Home sounds like a either hospice or something like that, right?
That you'd have to research.
Well, perfect.
So you now have a bar and a home to research. By this stage, the others have made their way to the residence out in...
Yep, can start with the residence.
Alright, which I could just jump between
So
the
yeah, so
sections
basically
quickly.
driving around the area, do we see any obvious people watching the building, or like is it a house, or is it
It's an apartment
apartment
complex.
block, or is it? Okay.
It's the tallest of three
How big?
structures that are about 8 or 9 stories. You're not quite sure.
Okay. Well, yep, we'll do a bit of a drive around and see if we can spot any obvious spotters.
It does.
They might be there frosted. If it's a 9-story apartment block, there might be old people who are getting Shadowrun.
Hey, the 9-story building actually has Foster on the door.
Again, the building's named Foster.
It does, which is sort of weird for your thinking.
Well, I mean, Dex was thinking, hey, certainly got a company. He's got a name on the tower. He's got a tower with his name on it too. So, but he does mean that exactly who we're trying to pick up here. But yeah, do we spot any apparent concerns as we're driving around in the area?
As you're looking around, there doesn't seem to be anyone watching the place.
Okay. We can definitely also take note of roadways and pathways away from this place or to it. So, yeah, lines of attack and lines of defense. So if when we do come here, according to the tallest building, that means you probably have to get notified position from somewhere else. But hey,
Well, being the tallest building, it means
do we know whether or not Jane's room is like the top floor or something, if it's her building?
Just checking to see where it says. Third floor, apparently. Above
Okay.
accountant's office, which is above a dress shop.
Okay, so it's not all residential part of the built tower. Yeah. Okay. Unless there's other things, people we have got the actual squad, box, an actual squad, isn't it?
That I am.
So it's probably worth Bolt being got his head enjoying the fresh air on the bike. Probably also good to be astral to see if there's any astral concerns.
Happy to throw astral
Okay,
for a
so
few minutes while we're going around buildings and stuff.
I would just say you successfully get it up so we don't spend more time on a roll.
Yep. Because I'm only bringing it up, I don't want to sustain it or anything, so I think I'm practiced enough just to go, bing, nothing here, do it.
Well, definitely be hoping that you're effectively monitoring the city and like the areas particularly looking at, but because hey, if you find that, if you just go dig around the apartment block and you find 14 spirits around the area, that's a problem. But if you've been going astral all through the city, and it turns out the average is 20 spirits around the area, even in any particular location, then 14 spirits may be less of a concern.
Well, as Bolt looks around, it's probably the least amount of spirits Bolt is used to seeing.
Yeah.
Seems,
Seattle's usually quite busy for spirits, right?
especially in the bad areas.
Mm.
As you end up with quite a few toxic spirits. And on the bright side, no one seems to be following you or paying attention to you either.
Yep. Okay. Moving on to the Comtech location.
Okay, so while you're moving on to Comtech, what is Bolt's next? What is Hollow's next search?
Would the bar that was mentioned when I was looking up
BK's lounge and dance tea area.
Yeah. Is that the same bar that was mentioned earlier that she frequents?
It
Or
is
it a different bar she
It
frequents?
is exactly the same bar, which is not really a coincidence considering you know they work with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's more the fact that like this band that has basically become bad boys. It's now like their home base is that bar. So I'll look up the bar next.
Okay. You're going to do the net search?
Yes. And would it be a society or would that now be just a matrix?
This one's just a matrix one because the band isn't a current band and you need to do social media linking to find the other guys.
Right, okay, yeah, that makes sense. 3, 4, 5, 1 green.
I generally only add complications when it's not straightforward.
Yes. Yeah. No, that's totally fair.
You can't even buy memorabilia for the pretenders anymore. They have no web presence.
Right.
Go ahead with
I have my
your...
dice.
The difficulty will be 3 purple.
3.
So for Jeremy's perspective, I generally set the difficulty at how many successes are required to get all the answers.
Oh yeah, yep.
And that way, for every success they get, it counts as successes on the table at the same time.
Yep, that makes sense. That's a good way of doing the conversion from Shadowrun to Genesys.
I thought you'd appreciate the background info.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you get?
3 net successes, a triumph, and 2 advantages.
Okay, you know the quickest route to BK's bar, BK's Lounge and Dance Terrinoth. It is the place you go to get any sort of illicit sort of stuff. You could probably know at least a person who's worked out of there in your time in the hacking community. So it's the hottest spot in Colombia. Sooner or later, anyone shows up there. Any sort of contact will have information about it, and it's basically Colombia's Shadowrun hangout. So everyone sort of shows.
So our people.
sort of like Dante's Inferno for the characters who have spent time there. this joint doesn't really start happening till around 12, midnight. You want to get there early if you want to dance. Haven't heard of anyone special coming this weekend. Sometimes you get away with a bit of roughing it there, as long as it's not too heavy. But they have no problems with you punching each other out. And you've heard the Pretenders will be making their weekly appearance, and they are a tough bunch. And they normally set up at the back of the bar. So you could probably get your hands on any sort of illicit tech you're interested in with the Triumph from BK's Lounge and Dad's Terrinoth. So I'll say that tech will be at least one level cheaper, lower for you to find stuff.
Ooh, shiny.
Okay, so while you're doing that, the others were heading towards the workplace to drive by.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to get each of you to do a perception roll on driving past.
Okay.
I will upgrade.
You will upgrade?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so what's your dice pool?
2 yellow.
2 yellow. Okay, so add in... Well, actually, we'll find out. Does anyone else wish to upgrade their check before I say what the difficulty is?
Sorry, then.
No, Declan won't use his text focus because hey, he's still driving. So he's going to use his standard 2 yellow, 2 green.
So these are people driving past the Comtech. So that would probably be Bolt and
Nero and
Nero.
404.
404. Do either of them want to increase their check?
No.
No.
And how about Bolt?
No for me, please.
Okay, so that means the difficulty
Bolt,
is
yes,
4 purple. Basically have to ask before I give the difficulty.
Absolutely.
Plus side, I don't have any red.
Okay, so from Wump's perspective, he's having trouble paying attention to looking around as well as doing so, and has a minor collision with his bike.
It's alright, I can pay the insurance.
Clipping a sports car that just happened to be nearby. Putting this big scratch mark all up the side of it. The bike seems to be perfectly fine, but the sports car has scratch marks, denting, and rubber marks.
If you're going to drive, pay attention. Don't draw attention to ourselves.
No, you...
So you take no strain, but hey, there was an interesting thing.
Yes, but I'm just saying, is the sports car happen to
Are
be driven by an
you
elf?
stopping at the scene of your accident?
It was Desmond's vehicle, yes.
Yes, so Desmond, you stopped and I just ran through.
You ran into my vehicle, you ran into my hire car.
Yes.
So, therefore, I've got no damage on my car. Yep, I'll just...
So pay attention if you're going to drive. Bloody idiot.
Well, no, it shows that Desmond wasn't paying attention. Because there's no damage on mine, so I'm not at fault.
Okay. So you do a hit and run?
Okay. Desmond, how much information do you want to get out of looking at the corporate place? Because we could now sit outside legitimately and have a argument.
Well, certainly, if you visibly hit the car, then we've got to stop and talk about it. Otherwise, we're drawing attention to ourselves about people doing a hit and run. So, that's why I was asking before I realised it was actually my car you went into. I asked you when he stopped and.
Yep. So.
But yeah, okay. So we definitely have to stop, and Declan's doing the. What the hell are you looking at, you stupid frog? Jeez.
You shouldn't have stopped there.
What do you mean stopped? No one stopped. You ran out the back of me.
No, you stopped. Now this should be able to give enough for everybody else to have a be able to roll.
Okay, so what is the perception dice for 4 and 4?
2 green. I'm very good at this.
Okay, so you ended up with 2 net failures and a threat, as you actually managed to run up the back of one of the other vehicles. Which one, the bike or the sports car?
The sports car.
Okay, so while you're out discussing things, there's a crunch from behind. Apparently, 404 was looking out the window at the building. There's now that there is a bigger dent in the back of the vehicle than along the side of the vehicle.
Hey, ain't my problem.
Well, I'm going to say here, as a player...
Why are you stopping in the middle of the road?
Why aren't you watching where you're
driving?
driving?
On the road, you can pull over the side. But yeah, okay. As a player here, I should point out, Declan specifically was not using his full perception capability because he was still concentrating on the road. If you guys are going to drive, you've got to learn to concentrate on the road, allowing the passengers to do the search. But that's not happening, that's not discussed right now. Let's see what the...
Apparently the 2 drivers failed dismally on their checks.
Yeah, but they should have been paying attention to the road and not trying to look out and go, oh, this is me.
So while that's happening, Bolt and Nero can do a perception check with 4 purple. Well, actually, I'm going to say 3 purple because they're not driving.
Even if 6 successes and an advantage.
Okay, so as you're looking, you do notice that there's an awful lot of people looking in your general direction. Absolutely everyone you can see is staring at you guys.
Yep.
You can even see security coming out of the tech thing with their ears in their thing, talking into their wrists, looking in your general direction.
And Declan will actually, if he sees them coming, he'll say, have you guys, is there any footage of this plate, this side of the road? God damn it, these idiots.
Yep, well, I am going to write down some information and write down on something else, hand it to the elf, wave, and then drive off.
Okay, you hear the roar of the track going off into the distance as our driver gets to make a driving roll.
I will upgrade. This will be embarrassing if I stall.
So, what is your driving dice?
My driving dice is now 2 yellow.
2 yellow?
Yep. But I'm not going to be showboating
because if you need to upgrade to start and drive off your bike, you shouldn't be driving.
Well, the fact that it's 3 purple.
No, 3 purple was for the perception check.
No, he's also got 3 purple. He's got 3 purple. He has 3 purple because of the traffic conditions at the moment, considering there's been a 3-car accident.
Yeah, you got all the rubberneckers.
Right. And he's trying to leave the scene of the accident before authorities arrive.
That is correct.
Oh. Okay, no, I'm not.
Okay, so
I am rolling badly on that.
As he goes to floor it, you hear this cough and a boom out the back of the bike, and the bike just has that really bad sounding whine as black smoke's coming out the rear of it.
Who recommended this mob?
You might need a mechanic.
Well, I do know
You let me
mechanic,
drive.
but I'm not a very good mechanic.
So you see the troll give you the finger, hit the throttle, and suddenly boom and stall and embarrassment.
Is Bolt in dog form? If
I'm
I
going to
could have
take the
been
brakes off
overseas.
first.
Yeah, Bolt was in dog form, I understood it. It's the
Yes.
opportunity, so.
Bolt is
And
gonna
Bolt is covered in soot
Jump.
from the back of the trike.
just to make this look even better. Bolt is gonna jump off the back of the bike and then start running up the road. Bolts out of there.
And yes, and your dog runs away at the same time. And you're hearing people going, "Oh no, the puppy's on the loose, poor puppy. Bad troll, bad troll."
Yeah, bad troll.
Okay, Elf, do you want to have a... knowing that Desrin's actually a reasonably good mechanic.
And by this stage, security has reached the 3 vehicles. Sort of has that look at the troll and just shakes his
Desmond's
head.
actually aiming.
Desmond's aiming.
Desmond came in to talk to the security to actually see whether or not they've got any footage of that idiot driving up the back of them and the other idiot driving up the back of both of them.
He says, "Give me a moment, sir." He talks into his thing and says, "Would you like that in 2D, 3D? Would you like vectors and speeds, line of sight?" He starts going through all the different things.
I'll take everything you've got.
Holy shit!
Yep, I'll take everything you've got. These idiots.
Apparently, the tech team.
Hey, I'm sure the rental car company's going to take it out of my hide, so I want to take it out of theirs.
He says apparently the tech team lives for this sort of thing, so they put in all the bells and whistles.
Great.
Glad we're not going to try to do
If nothing else, we'll get to see what their external security's like.
And they ask only for a small donation of 50 credits for their time.
Desmond's happy to provide.
Okay.
So does that mean if we
Because
get
let's face it,
100 credits, they can give it
that was probably part of the greased palms.
He shakes hands with you and says, "Good luck in getting your car fixed, officer rental. You should be safe. You should have already paid for insurance."
Yeah, okay, but I need all the evidence, because I don't take it out. It doesn't come off my rating.
Okay, so
Okay.
he says, "Give me your link address, and he'll have the video posted to you with the information."
Yep, Desmond will provide a comment number, all that sort of stuff. So,
Okay, he puts it into his link and accepts the money and wishes you a good day. Again, shakes his head looking at the troll, and then at the sedan behind the sports car, you hear him saying, "What a waste."
That's polite for what Desmond's saying.
Okay, so how much is it going to be a cost for a tow?
Well, you're not sure. You may be able to get it started again. You may have just flooded it.
Oh yeah, okay. In that case, I'll have a
If you're not trying to do it, if you're not trying to escape authorities anymore, so,
Would you like to just start it back up again?
yeah. Well, I actually could have a quick over with mechanics check, just making sure that I haven't.
What's your mechanics?
Mechanics is 1 yellow, 2 green. I'm better at mechanics than I am at driving. I have no idea what's going on with this.
Okay, so you realise there's nothing wrong with it as you clear the exhaust. Apparently you had flooded the engine. You see bits of gunk go all over the sedan behind the sports car.
Yeah.
Breaking one of the mirrors at the same time.
That happened when he hit the rear end of the sports car.
But hey, the bike's now running.
Yep.
Yeah, sure it did.
Okay. I'll give a long signal that I'm entering into traffic.
And slowly pull out.
Yeah.
have you retrieved your puppy?
No, he
I'm
has not.
going after my puppy.
Okay, and you see the troll slowly pull away.
Bull hasn't gone too far. Bull hasn't gone too far. He's just literally like.
And I talk about
Well,
the perception, the image that he's trying to put up. So.
Well, on the plus side, we now know this has actually got more security than anything else we've ever thought of raiding, if need be.
Okay, so yes, you see the troll pull away slowly. And people giving him a wide berth. So what are you two, the remaining two cars doing?
Well, Desmond will aim to move away, move on, and then send a message to both the other drivers, the fact that, well, okay, I'm heading back to the airport to get a new vehicle.
How much is the insurance if you report it stolen?
That question's irrelevant. The whole point of having this insurance was that we've got a vehicle for a few days, so I'm going back and getting a vehicle. Assuming the vehicle is still drivable. If necessary, he'll wait for the
I think the sedan's the one that's going to have more problem.
It's still drivable. The sedan wasn't going too fast when it hit. It's just it's just matched its headlights. So yes, you can take the vehicle back to the airport, taking about half an hour to an hour as they do their next net search.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you guys go back to the hotel, whatever type of stuff, but yeah, David's deliberately going back there because hey, if nothing else, he doesn't want to be seen to be in the same vehicle that you two are both in, that we're currently driving around, so we don't need to get the same vehicles. It means it's a different vehicle that's been driving around town with the three of them.
So was the next stop was at the bar, wasn't it?
Next stop was either the boulevard or the bar, or
I don't think we're going to see much in the boulevard. Boulevard, we have to be on foot, don't we?
Depends. A lot of people do cruise boulevards.
Yeah, whether or not that means that Nero. Was there anyone in the car with
Desiree? I would assume Nero was. Or Nero was with 404.
Nero was doing the wasn't Nero working with Hollow?
Yeah, Nero.
He was, but he stepped he had stepped out of the room at the time the checks were made, so I just put Nero in the car.
Okay, happy with that. So, well then thought, yeah, if Nero had been with Declan, then he could go in the car with 404, and whether anyone actually registers that, hang on, different people got out of the car that got into the car, but if you were with 404, all the better. So.
Would 404 like to get a replacement car, considering he's just banged this one up?
Or he could actually fix it if it's just a broken headlight.
It would then cost him extra money to go find the parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll probably go get a different car.
Okay, so both of you head back to the airport. So while they're doing that, and what is Womp and Bolt doing?
Well, I was just going to casually drive past the bar while Bolt just looks at and seeing what the bar's like. If it's actually like some of the bars at Redmond where you've got the nice, the motorcycle gang or whatever the bloody, or an ancients type thing or whatever.
Okay, so Bolt will be doing the looking while you do that.
Yep.
So Hollow will. Who is Hollow going to research next?
So we've done the band. We've done the
Bar.
The bar.
You've got the St. John's or something?
Yeah, the St. John's.
Okay,
Whatever
so
that is.
do a net search for that because it's actually up on the net.
Let's search for that because it is on the net. I gotta swap off Bolt's sheet. That's not the right matrix. Yeah, matrix search was it?
Yep, matrix search.
Yep. So 5. Green. And what was the difficulty for that?
Difficulty will be 3 purple.
3 purple. Mm-hmm. Eight successes.
Okay, so you found out an awful lot of information about the place.
I rolled two successes on 4 dice.
That is very good, and you've realised it's not St. James's, it's not St. John's home, it's St. James's home, and it's St. James's home for wayward women. It's been around for the last year and a half, started by the local church to assist women returning to society after extended prison stay. It has managed to help those unfortunate without offending the neighbourhood, and it's located on the edge of downtown. The women are often seen browsing in the shopping area. And
okay, so she was seen there? Or was taken there?
There were the pretenders were seen there.
The pretenders were seen there, yes.
And the notes you also pick up is the women are always look a bit rough around the edges, but most of the people are forgiving, considering where they've come. You hear that Sister Anne, the nun that runs the place, is quite tough. She's the one who started running she started running the show a couple of months back, so obviously taken over from the last person. And rumours are that more than readjustment is going on over there. Most people don't believe the place is on the level, so there's probably something underhanded going there at the same time.
Would a Shadowrunner's role potentially get me more
Not really, because this is not your
info on that?
This is not your people, so it's probably a unfortunate thing that some religions can treat their people badly or as resources. So it might be that they are rehabilitating them by making them work for free, or other services provided by the church.
Yeah, there wouldn't be necessarily like a check to sort of for that kind of underhanded.
All you know is people think there's something dodgy going on there.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so as Desrin gets back to the airport with 404 in tow, they are more than happy to accept the car back and start a new hire for you.
Oh no, replacement vehicle. We've still paid for 3 days, or 4 days, whatever it was. So it's a replacement vehicle. You can see on the footage here, it was definitely not my fault.
Okay, they say they'll make a deal with you. They'll give you a replacement vehicle, but they'll be knocking 1 day off the hire.
What? You're going to get 1 day free?
Yeah.
Three.
I'd really to accept 1 day free.
So they'll give you 3 days of hire on the new vehicle, which is still covered under insurance.
Desrin, wheeling and dealing.
Okay. I'm assuming that he's certainly putting on the charm and the negotiations out of the house. So if that's what we come up with, we'll go with that.
Okay, let's see. I'm just going to look up something else relating to you putting the charm in. It would help if I could have all the things open on here at the same time, but that doesn't always work out. Okay. Okay, so they pull out a Westwind 3K, a cutting edge, brand new speedster version of the one you were driving, making you go, you wish you'd gotten this one first time round.
No, you don't, because then you wouldn't have. Then you would have lost it.
Yes, but if had he known, he would have gone. That's the one I wanted.
Mm.
And it's even in green.
Okay.
As they give you the dongle to drive it.
I'll laugh if it starts talking to him.
And compared to the other
Potatoes,
one you were driving, this one just seems to purr as it takes off.
Nice.
Okay, so as 404 brings the car in, you see the attendant shaking their head going, so, you want another car as well?
Yeah, so we decided to park his car in the middle of the road.
I've seen the footage, you hit a parked car on the side of the road. Maybe look forward next time instead of looking to the left.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll remind the other guy about that as well.
Okay, so do you need a replacement, or would you like to get a better car? Would you like a smaller, less likely to be worried about car?
Can I get one that's capable of off-roading?
Oh, yes, we actually have some of those that can do off-roading. It is open top, unfortunately. It's not weather protected, but it is rated for off-road travel.
I'll take it.
Okay, so they pull out a buggy. It is quite well decked out. It has off-road tires that are about a meter in size, and it does have onboard long-range radio, extra fuel canisters, 2 spare tires, and roll cage. And they respond
It's
with,
pretty good.
considering this normally goes for less than the other car, they will give you 4 days on this one.
And they exchange all those days, have the extra day on the other car.
Well, they will. If they had got another sedan, they would have given you the sedan for 3 days, but they're giving you an extra day on this one, which you've taken the buggy. So they gives you 4 days on the buggy. And
I have to pay for the extra day.
you don't. They're giving that to you as a freebie.
No.
Okay.
You're going to keep the car for a longer period of time. So.
And it just roars to life and takes off with that nice grunt. You know that it will definitely go uphill quite well.
It's a good car.
Plus, you think if you hit the sports car, you'll just go over the top of it.
Even better.
Okay, so we've
I got to say, so Desmond will certainly have a conversation with 404 saying, hey, I hope you're a hell of a lot better pilot than you are a driver. Because you haven't endeared yourself to the group so far. But not to Desmond.
Okay, so you managed to get.
I'm just holding back a bit. I don't trust you guys yet. Just holding back a bit.
You managed.
Hey, what do you mean?
5 days. 5 sessions.
Actually, it wasn't our idea that you were here.
So you make it back to the hotel with Hollow. So you can now decide if you're going to get into any of the buildings where you might need a hacker and a tech expert.
Well, I mean, obviously, the one building we definitely have to go into is her house, because even if we're not going to find any information about where she's been or going through, because we think we already know that, hey, she's not there, that's where we've got to drop the flower off. So we're going to put the flower in her apartment. So, and you definitely want to go to the Comtech place to potentially buy stuff or look around. Is that right?
What was that last bit? I was just reading the information on the location.
I know it was more directed at Hollow and Nero, who wanted to go to the Comtech place to potentially buy stuff or at least look around.
I mean, if we're going there at some point, I would like to go. Doesn't necessarily have to be right now. Just
No. Let's have yeah.
Had a doozy, and the guards have also seen your faces.
Well, that's just it. Potentially, it's up to Nero and Hollow to go there. I mean, Desmond could also potentially go back the next day or whatever type of stuff to thank them for their support and things, bits and pieces. So he has got a justification for being there. So, but so from your internet searches, you didn't actually find where Jane was currently, did you? You just found a couple places that were potential, wasn't it?
No traces of Jane that I found.
The traces you found was she's probably with the Pretenders, and then you found information saying the Pretenders at St. James' house.
And also apparently they were going to go and play at the dance that we talking about. So
Yes. Yeah.
although
So they're playing at the bar, where I can also get some tech potentially. There's like backup house of dealings there.
but the bar doesn't start happening until after midnight.
That is correct.
Pretty much, yeah.
You'd probably be sitting only at about maybe 10 or 11 a.m. by now, with all the stuff you've been doing.
I could see how 404 ran up the back of Desrin, because Desrin has the talent, large project. He's got his silhouette one bigger.
No.
He can take a silhouette one bigger.
Your vehicle can be.
Yeah, no, there's a problem. Your vehicle was classed as a silhouette one bigger,
No,
so therefore
it doesn't do that. That's not what
I know. It's.
And besides, he didn't run at the back of me. You did, and then he went at the back of
No,
you.
no, no. I didn't run up the back. I went on the side.
Yeah, he scratched along the side of your vehicle.
Right, yeah.
I sideswiped you.
Which is when the exhaust went off. It went in the vehicle behind you, not into you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, okay. So, well, where do you want to go to first? Declan's probably thinking that first stop, if we go to the apartment, then we can drop the flower off at least.
I thought we had to drop the flower off at the same time as we kidnapped her. Isn't that what it was?
Thought the flower was being dropped off at her apartment.
But the flower had to be dropped off at the apartment.
Yeah. I mean, in theory, it was going to be at the same time we collected her from the apartment, but...
No, we need to listen to the instructions correctly. So if it needs to be dropped off the same time as she's been kidnapped, it means that we need 2 teams.
No, it was dropped off at the apartment.
So the statement is, you are to leave the flower you now possess at Miss Foster's apartment. And she says you must retrieve Miss Jane Foster, the wayward corporate secretary who works for a small software firm called Comtech.
Okay, fair enough.
It doesn't say where you get her from.
Yeah, fair enough.
But the flower must be at her apartment.
Yeah, I thought we had to do it at the same time.
There were 2 lines. I'm just going to touch to the toilet where you figure out what you're going to do.
So that means...
I mean, the advantage of doing it at the same time would be then that we're not leaving any evidence prior to trying to catch her. So, but,
yeah, we just need...
Because the other advantage of going to the apartment would be, whilst, yep, it looks like she might be holed up at the St. James or with the Pretenders, but if we go to the apartment, we might also find evidence of, actually, she's got an old aunt property lives over the hill or something.
The other thing is, if you can get something of hers, I could try to locate where she is.
Mm-hmm.
As long as she's not being protected by magic.
Yeah, Declan's thinking, hey, if you can do that, well, that might put some of the value back in Declan's eyes.
We could do that, but the other thing is, since we know the security level of the corporation, would they have the similar amount on a building that's just named after her?
How do you mean?
Well, the amount of security they had for the corporation, and she seems to be a reasonable, influential person there. She might have the similar
secretary.
Yeah, she's a secretary to might be one of the CEOs.
Yeah, that's like a secretary to.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that she may have similar security levels at their place.
Well, if it was named for the corporation, I'd be thinking that. The fact that it's got her name on the building, that's what makes you think, maybe there's some family connection within town that might be an alternate location which you can hold up. So.
Well, that's the other option. You could probably do a search about the building.
You can. You can search pretty much anything.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. No, so
then we need
get Holland to do a bit of research on the fact that, hang on, she's got a building named after her. Is her family a big name in the town or things like that?
Well, if one of you know that.
Did we find out about her background at all when you did a search on Foster?
No, it was fairly cryptic, so it would require a little more, probably social engineering instead of net searching. Because a lot of people don't have their life on the net.
Yeah. But I say finding out how the cow was called Foster might be available on the net fairly easily.
Well, if you let Hollow know, like, she'll send the information through, and then if you like send it back saying, hey, like the building she lives in is conspicuously named after her surname.
But if it's named after someone else or her family or so we'll certainly do a bit of research on that just to check what we know or if there's anything to find out easily. And then I'm thinking first stop is going to be her partner.
Okay, so I can say that Hollow has a quick search while you're heading back to pick up Hollow. I won't have you roll for this one.
Yep.
What you have learnt is not long after she moved into the building changed hands and Foster got put on the side of the building. Yet she doesn't seem to have bought it or had the money to buy it.
Sounds like a red herring.
And is there any evidence to who did buy it?
No, that appeared to have been a anonymous purchaser.
No. Okay.
Though the rumours are the money came from South America.
So it's conspicuously named Foster, but no one knows how or why, really.
Actually, Jane an elf?
It got bought recently. Okay.
Is Jane an elf?
I'm just trying to see if that actually give me that
That's a good question.
If that's her, no, definitely not.
Okay, so scanning through it doesn't actually tell me. And her stats have actually...
presumably not.
Her stats have absolutely nothing stated about her racial.
Yeah.
In that case, I'll probably treat her as human then.
Assume she's human if it's not otherwise said. So.
Yeah, because wouldn't an elf probably say they have different, like, infravision or whatever other non-human enhancements?
But yeah, okay, so my thoughts, we'll go via the apartment, have a quick look around in there, see if there's any evidence for where she might be, also leave the flower behind. Depending on if we get the other hits from there, the next stop will be probably St. James, on the idea the bar's not available till midnight, so...
My question is, why would we be leaving the flowers so early? Like, why wouldn't we be doing that last? Like, I get that we're gonna go there, but I like if she's gone into hiding or whatever, like I would like to know that we have her before we drop the goods off at her house.
Or we do it at the same time.
I don't think necessarily leaving the flower there before we know where she is or that she's with us.
And another reminder for you is once you capture her, you have a 30-minute window for which to drop it off the flower before the plane shows
So
up.
that's where the 30-minute... Because I heard 30-minute window and I go, what the... Okay, so yeah, dropping the flower off. Probably put it in. Does it have to be in it somewhere obvious, or just?
It has to be in her apartment. That's you wouldn't probably want it hidden. You'd probably want it out in the open.
So not in the fridge.
Well, the canister itself is preserving the flower.
Okay, so in that case, maybe 30 minutes isn't enough to drop it off
No,
at her
it's
house
not.
before we need to be on a plane. So maybe discard that, but
Let's go to the apartment. We'll take the flower with us, and we can make an assessment when we get there.
okay, sounds
Before
good.
we leave it behind it. So.
Well, the assumption is you never leave the flower unattended.
Because it's too bloody precious.
Well, but that's okay because as far as Deg's concerned, there's certainly someone can stay in the car, and Deg was happy to do it on the sense of providing potential overwatch or monitoring to see whether there's anyone tailing and looking around. So the idea being would be someone who's got good perception, not trying to drive at the same time. And so therefore, we can have someone in the car still with the flower. So.
Okay, so driving down to 9th Street, half a block from Broadway, in the heart of Columbia downtown, you pull up at the ancient brick building that line both sides of the street, with the tallest one being the one you need to get into. And seeing who's going in the front doors.
I'm not sure. I assume that it's not big enough for a troll.
It's not designed for a troll, it is too old.
Yep.
Who else is going up?
So are you going to stay up on the street then, what?
I'll stay out since I've indistinguishable. I'll just remember that there was a troll out here.
And this would probably be a great thing for Nero to go in, as Nero should be the break-in expert of the party.
Well, that was his specialty, wasn't it?
Well, so certainly if we've got Womp staying out on the street, then Desmond's less worried about leaving the flower in the car where it's under supervision. So Desmond's happy to go up. Does anyone else want to go up or not go up? You've got Nero and
I'll
Desmond
stay outside.
So 404 is staying outside with the vehicle in case you need to get away.
Well, to drive the flower away.
Bolt, in puppy form, I'm assuming still. Are you going up or down? Are you staying outside?
If I'm in puppy form, I'll probably stay outside.
Are you sure you want to stay outside?
Maybe.
Because you may be able to catch the scent of the target so you can identify them.
Yeah,
Oh,
And it would also be good to have Bolt inside for astral perception.
Yep.
within the facility
and I
too, so.
do require something personal of hers. That's if it will work or not.
Mm-hmm.
Did Hollow stay at the hotel, or has Hollow come out?
Hollow would have come out this time because in case you found computers, she'd probably wait until you actually found one before coming up.
Happy with that. So Hollow can wait in the west wind. So that covers everything, doesn't it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Is that appeal?
so Bolt, Nero, and Desrin are heading up the stairs while everyone else is keeping Overwatch. And you think for Desrin, who's usually the Overwatch?
Oh, and that's right, so different. But also, so technically, so we've got the three Overwatch people in three different vehicles, or beside three different vehicles. So they're not necessarily parked beside each other or
No,
on top
mine's
of each other.
down the street type thing.
Okay, so as you open the door with Foster on it, you see that the open area leads to a set of stairs, and it takes you. Well, the stairway light is burnt out, but you can make your way up the single steep flight to the 3rd floor of the building. You are indeed above the accountant's office, which is above the dress shop. But they have their main doors on Broadway. At the top of the stairs is a small landing with a short hallway leading to a pair of doors. The first doors appear to open into a storage closet. It has a heavily reinforced door with an industrial mag lock. A beaten and abused thumbprint scanner is over the lock. The other door looks made of reinforced wood and also opens with a thumbprint scanner. A single peephole is set at eye level. Okay, so would Nero like to do his thing? Hello, Josh.
So what was that, Martin?
Would Nero like to do his thing and find a way into the door?
Yeah, Nero would like to do his thing and find a way.
Okay.
With his sleuthing and
So that would be a skullduggery check.
skullduggery. Oh yeah. Can I upgrade, please?
You can upgrade.
Okay.
You got your dice pool ready?
So I've got my dice pool ready.
Okay, there are no difficulty dice for this check. But you can still fail the check.
I still could fail the check, yes. I didn't. So it was 4 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, so as you get ready to get through the mag lock on the door, you see that not only is the door unlocked and slightly ajar, it appears as if whoever bypassed this lock was an amateur, and they've used the mechanism to slag.
Oh.
As you look into the room behind the door, you see that it is tastefully furnished and contains several pieces of expensive Navajo pottery. The walls are hung with fine paintings and etchings. The remains of one of the pots is scattered around the floor in front of the door, along with a great deal of blood.
Hey, Martin.
Yep.
Did Declan notice that the door was open or the maglock was flagged before Nero got to play with it?
Well, you saw Nero didn't do anything, but
Okay.
getting ready to do
Because
so.
I'm happy with that because obviously, Declan's not bad at the skullduggery either. So if he hadn't noticed Nero not doing anything and then looked around and saw the results, he wouldn't have been all that impressed with Nero's good efforts.
You can probably hear Nero cursing about the quality of the whoever bypassed the lock.
Happy with that.
So what would Nero say to the amateur thief?
Okay, so I have a description of the room.
Nero goes, man, it's so hard to see any kind of craftsmanship around here. Can barely get through a bog standard lock without turning it into. Even Bolt's team could have done a better job at this job.
What was the description of the room? So,
Okay, so there was a broken.
go in and we'll push the door closed behind us.
So there's broken pottery with blood in the doorway, just inside the room.
Okay.
So as you
We'll aim to
as you enter, you see that there are a couple of rooms here. There is a kitchenette, a wang room, a bedroom, and a bathroom. So 4 rooms. Which one do you wish to examine first?
well, okay, there's broken pottery and blood near the doorway. Declan's certainly going to concentrate on that first of all.
Okay, so the broken piece of pottery was used as a weapon of some sort. It must have been a truly beautiful piece of work. Now, you can actually investigate this area some more with perception, or I think perception would be the correct one. Who would like to do? You can do a group search with the three of you working together.
If we do a group search, then we can work together, and then Bolt can also be potentially making sure there's no astral traces or anything. So.
Okay, so considering perception is cunning, I believe Bolt can provide all the cunning. Who's got the highest perception?
Declan's got rank 1 plus 1 for his eyes.
Bolt's perception is rank 3.
Yep. Has Nero got better than 3?
Nope, I am 1 plus 1 5.
Okay, so you could have Bolt do most of the looking with 2 blue dice from the assistance of the other 2. So if you don't provide a dice to the dice pool, you provide a blue dice instead.
Do that.
So my perception is 3 yellow, 3 green, plus the 2 blue.
Are you upgrading your check? There's only 2 left.
I'll upgrade the check.
Okay.
I really want to find out what's happened here.
Okay, the difficulty is 2 purple in that room.
Wow. Well, I really found out what happened in this room.
What did you get?
2, 4, 6 net successes, a triumph, and an advantage.
Okay, so the amount of blood on the carpet indicates the wound caused by the broken pot must have been painful but probably not fatal. The blood did not belong to the inhabitant. Someone got pushed into an unfinished oil painting near the front door. A small hand smear on the paint before pushing through the thin canvas. The painting is on the opposite side of the door from the bloodstains, leading you to believe Jane was facing 2 opponents.
So these are the potential kidnappers from the other week?
Yeah, it sounds like this is where they tried to pick her up from.
And Bolt
back here.
Bolt has identified 3 scents, one being Jane Foster, and one being the person who was struck by the vase, and the other being the one who hit the painting.
Yep.
So Jane was good enough
So
to slip past
I have
2.
3 sets.
Yeah, you picked up 3 sets from that room. Closest
Cool.
next is the kitchen. Is everyone mostly stocked with soy? The kitchen has a few expensive items of real food. The cookware is functional, but nothing special. Jane must eat out a lot. And what was the question, Jeremy?
Okay, so Declan's actually going to stay near the front door. That's still slightly ajar. So therefore he can keep a watch on the hallway, like discreetly, to ensure that no one can bother us while we're in here. So I'll let the other 2 search the rest of the place.
So Jeremy, from the entryway, there's only one way to get up to this door, and there's no other doors on this level. So the front door, where the others, where someone could be watching, is the only entry point they can get. If one or the others are watching, they can easily tell if someone goes through those doors.
So there's no fire.
In this case, then he'll actually try and take up a position near a window, not to be seen through the window, but to see if there's anyone outside on other levels of buildings that might be watching.
All good. So is Nero following Bolt to provide assistance?
What a dive.
What was that?
I'm just saying, what a dive. At least my area, I've got a bloody fire exit. Escape.
Hey, She's got a four-room apartment. What do you got?
And her 4-room apartment takes up
From
the
memory, a
whole
single
of a building.
Yeah.
single
By the way,
apartment.
That's right.
Okay. And sorry, still waiting on response from Josh.
Yeah, got it.
Hello, Josh.
Yes, I'm following help.
Okay, so as you move into the next room, hey Josh, you want to do this roll this time? So it's the same dice roll for that M did,
Mm-hmm.
but this time instead of being 2 purple, it's 1 red.
Okay. That will be 3 successes, 2 advantages.
Okay, looking around, you manage to find a payroll stub from the Comtech. Lies on the top of a blank notepad. Looking at it, you can tell there's no way her income should be able to pay for buying a building or even buying this apartment. No idea where the extra money is coming from or if it is coming from her. Next, moving into...
So suspicion lies on the band gang she's shacked up with, maybe.
Potentially moving into the bedroom, it looks like Jane was sleeping when her attackers came. The bed is unmade, and a corporate suit lies on a valet next to the dresser. So one of you gets to make the check this time. Would you like to spend one of the 2 remaining points to upgrade it?
I don't think we need to.
Okay, so the difficulty is 1 purple and 1 red.
Same roll as before.
Same roll as before.
Otherwise, yep. One, 6 successes, 3 advantages.
Okay, so looking around, it looks as if Jane was allowed to dress after being woken. Her nightgown is in the corner, and a drawer holding several heavy sweaters and jeans is still open. Next to the dresser is a small disposable lighter with the words BK Lounge etched into the side. The lighter is almost full. By the smell of things, all 3 of them were in this room. That leads you back to the bathroom off the bedroom in the one place left to go. One last check. And
So, sorry, she's beat them up and then come and got dressed with them?
They said that
they caught her in the
they
bedroom.
woke her up while she was asleep. They
So
allowed her to get dressed.
they allowed her to get dressed, and she beat them up on the way out.
Oh, right, okay, yep, sorry.
Okay, so last check
Time
is
brain
1.
line not working.
So last check is 1 red and 1 purple.
You want to do the roll?
Four successes, 4 advantages, and a triumph.
Okay, so the bathroom is small but functional. It's obviously used in haste several nights ago. The room is messy, with several open cosmetic bottles and an undefinable jar lid lining the counter. Taking a guess, you turn on the hot water and steam up the mirror, and you see the words "Help Get Pretenders" on the mirror, leading you to believe she wants you to get help from the pretenders. Something else Bolt pays attention to is magic doesn't seem to work in the apartment. It seems completely suppressed.
Is there like a device?
You've never heard of anything being able to suppress magic? Not even Trixie talked about something like that.
Bolt's very uneasy by that fact. Like that's not natural, normal.
Even with your druid training,
It's very strange.
you have no idea how to do that.
Yep.
It doesn't seem something that magic should be capable of doing, let alone technology.
So something bigger is potentially afoot. Was it the whole building or just this apartment?
This apartment.
That's so weird.
There's also lots of Jane's personal effects around if you wish to take something for ritual sorcery that Womp had mentioned.
Might also try and grab some of the blood splatter tips as well, because hey,
The blood is
presumably not.
so for Jeremy, the blood is too old to use for ritual sorcery. Not
Okay.
too old for DNA matching, but too old for ritual sorcery.
Yeah, that's right. But okay, Desmond's not certain of that, so you'll certainly aim to grab some. So, and then grab the a personal effect of some sort.
Grab like the nightgown or something that's handy.
Okay, so you have the scent on it, and it's something that they have used recently.
Well, you've got the 90.
That's what she said.
I thought she said knife.
Nightgown, she said.
Okay.
And you can guarantee she used it recently. Okay, so you bring that downstairs. No one seems to have tried to come up since you've got here. No one seems to be watching the place except for you, your 3 lookouts.
Okay.
You don't think she's come back since the attempt?
So I'm just going to think when she wrote on the window and on the mirror. I suppose if they gave her a chance to get dressed, possibly they gave her a chance to go to the toilet. So yeah.
And you do believe the events were they broke in badly through the front door, woke her up in the bed, got her to agree to come with them. She got changed in the bathroom, then went through to the main room, and in the main room she hit one over the head with the pottery, threw the other into the painting, and got away.
Right. Yep.
So the likelihood that she is with the band is probably pretty high then?
Well, I think obviously, yes, she wanted to tell people to get help to get the pretenders, so presumably that's where she was gone to when she got away herself.
Yeah.
So, and did the St. John's, St. James, were the pretenders potentially at St. James?
They were at St. James. That was what
They
the
were at
rumour
St.
said
James.
to you. They're there now, and they're going to be at the club at midnight. So if you go to St. James, you may be able to speak to them before going to the club.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess, do we want to chop the flower off now? Or come do it at a separate time? I mean, the place isn't that big, we can probably zip by fairly easily if we get a lead on exactly where Jane is, that we can chop the flower off.
I mean, that's kind of the argument where you would go, like, we have separate vehicles, so...
Yeah. We've got the separate vehicle capability, so, yeah. Okay, so... probably St. James is the next stop.
I think that would be a pretty
Or
safe bet,
the tech
at
company
least to start with.
to make sure you haven't got you're not missing anything major.
But yes, that too.
Because you probably wouldn't want to go back to the tech company if you find her.
Although, so from Dexter's perspective, if he was going to go into the tech company, he'd probably want to leave it till the following day.
If you find the girl, you're gone in 30 minutes is the
You can't wake up like that.
deal.
But if we find the girl, then, well, the only thing about the tech company is potentially buying some stuff that, hey, you could probably do online.
Well,
That's
actually,
not-
No, we've got specifically told that
It would be better
I'd
to
be
get
able
it
to
in
buy
person.
stuff.
Yeah.
and
Or
plus,
stuff that I wouldn't even be able to get at all.
and you haven't in to talk to the CEO of the company because you're asking about his personal secretary or executive assistant.
Yeah.
If there's anyone who can
Yeah.
get you a good deal,
Sure.
it's them.
Yeah. So, and hey, I mean, obviously the fact that they helped Declan out immediately or fairly quickly with the stuff, and he's already managed to go back to the rental company and upgrade his vehicle means that, hey, he's got justification to go and talk to them straight away. So, hey, thanks guys, it was great.
Yeah.
But we
I
make
don't see
certain
why we couldn't go straight back.
Wob and Wob nor 404 should be going into that option.
No, I'll be doing something else.
What would you be doing?
Okay,
Well,
so
I might
if
be
you
doing my little ritual thing.
want to
It's not
try
gonna take very long, but-
the rental company, so the tech company first, we can do that. But possibly we look at doing that next session.
We can do that next
It's
session.
4 to 11 at the moment.
Yes.
So we can at least have a more awake Josh and M by that stage.
And me.
You're going to be more awake.
I would hope to like to be awake.
I think he's getting infected by the rum and coke.
Okay, so in that case,
More like the 9-hour shift you did.
we'll end this session with the guys heading into the tech building, which we'll describe again from next session, and Womp with the people who aren't going to the tech building doing a ritual and something going wrong.
There's something to look forward to.
sounds like normal, right?
No, the milk goes off. No.
Okay, so going to end credits and then happy to chat if you want to stay on.